hopefully everyone's here because no one told me they wouldn't be. In the night, Fletch and Five are mercilessly are killed.
Such BM kills.
I would never let Fletch die 2 games in a row.
Wait,
ever.
they were in this game? Oh, we had 2 ghosts.
Alright,
It is 2 ghosts.
I said his name twice.
and CPB. One of those might be.
Liar.
I guess I'll ride or die with Noah.
You know what?
Boys.
I think you'd kill Fletch or 5 Pope.
By the way,
I'm down for it.
okay, Mafia is definitely someone who was not in the last game. I'm calling it now. I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 Mafia either did not see last game or were not in the last game or is Pope. That is my read. I might be a little bit distracted for the next 5 minutes. Sorry about that.
Siggy, can you give me a list of all those people?
Can you explain why?
Is he
first,
trolling?
Fucker?
Are you trolling?
Trolling. Yeah.
All right. Then forget it.
Okay, Pope's Mafia. I'm not losing the ride or die already.
I'm not willing to believe that yet. No, I'm mad at Noah from last game.
Come on, Pat.
I'll take Pat. I'll take Pat ride or die.
It was a
already.
team effort
You
for us to
played
push
today,
on each
dude.
other.
I know.
Can you just
that's
solve the
great.
game by the end of day 1? And
Alright,
alright.
I'll do that for you. Just for you, though.
No tax Mafia.
I think those are good skills.
Dude, he's just
What else
changing
is
his
new,
play,
Pope?
Pope.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's why I said I thought there were ghosts at the beginning, Rob. Way to catch me.
Who died 9-0, Draga? I can't remember. Oh, sorry. I was reading.
You're muted, Siggy. You're muted.
He said
You're missing all this great content.
No, he
Let
said-
Siggy stay muted.
he said he was going to be busy for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's trying to. Oh,
No,
so
he's
he's not talking
he's
to
not
us.
talking.
He's talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna be busy.
He's having
guys.
a job interview right now.
I think CBB's my top town.
Oh wait, nobody has reads at this point. in the
Okay,
game.
all right,
Let's not
all right.
kill ourselves. But I have a strategy in mind that I think could lead us to win the game, and I was planning to say this as either alignment, so that's fine. I believe we
Good
start
start.
off by saying, if CPB's town and Pope's Mafia, then we basically concede right now. We're not going to win. So,
love this guy.
having adopted that approach, our strategy should be agree right now to lynch CPB day 1, then day 2 and day 3, let Pope be king. Let him.
What the fuck are you doing?
dies.
Oh man, this guy might be my new favorite person.
Shut up, Duke. This is a great strategy, right? So we let Pope control who dies day 2 and day 3. If Pope's still alive in final 5, we then kill Pope.
You would have lost.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing he's a DM player.
Did you watch
If
last
you were
game at all?
Mafia,
Specifically night 1, night 0?
I have never seen the Mafia lose a game where Pope is Mafia and CBB is town. So that's why I'm saying that in that world we just have conceding.
Ian,
I am Mafia.
I
I know
respect you
CPB is
enough for
town.
bringing
you
that
lose.
up.
I'm
But there's
willing to
no way
ride
in
or die
hell.
with this guy for the rest of the game.
no,
I don't care.
there's no way in hell I'm doing any of that.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know. I don't. We're not listening
Okay,
to what he
Ian,
says.
I'm
We're
in,
not listening
dude.
to what he says.
It's
but,
2 minutes in the
this-
game and we've already got 2 ride or dies. What the fuck are we
No,
doing?
no,
Points in the game, and we've already got a game plan all the way to final 3.
He's never.
Fine.
He's never. I don't think. Have you ever played a game on this channel?
As
Ian,
a
ever?
town,
We don't make it to final
got
5.
Lynched in final 5, Pope, so then we go to final 3.
That
What
plan,
do you think about the fact that
He
he
basically
said-
guaranteed us final
that
3.
plan
Come
is
on.
a solid 5 out of 7.
Also, I'll tell you guys, if
You
I
have to
wanted
keep-
dumb
you have to keep up in final 7.
But to be perfectly fair, Siggy Wiggy did attempt to solve the game like 10
Alright,
seconds
Siggy,
in.
you're back.
So-
Why the fuck were you reading it that way?
Because Fletch died twice, night
He's
0.
trolling.
Got it.
It was a troll.
Okay. Good move, Siggy. Good move.
So I think the only one to be like that BM would be like Pope
No,
or
no.
someone who didn't see the
Okay.
game.
Are you guys understand what's
serious.
happening? Siggy's not trolling.
He's trolling.
No, he's not.
I was actually not trolling, but I'm not like, it's not a read I'm going to push.
Ooh, no.
Dumb jobs are rejected.
Yeah,
Siggy,
you think
you know
he's
Fletch
really-
was the
do you
ghost,
think he's
right?
real there? Do you think he's being real there?
What? Here's what I've
How am I?
I can finally law clear you, Siggy. Oh my God.
I don't think he should. So you can take that laugh as Mafia.
Nobody
You can
should
take
be
that
reading that.
joyous
Dude,
laugh.
there's no way I'm ever lynching
no,
Siggy in this
man.
game. There's zero chance.
Hey,
Yep.
There's two Goritsky's in here. I'm scared.
Never lynch
One of
Siggy,
them
ever.
trolls,
No
yeah.
one can
Yeah.
ever lynch
no
Siggy.
way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You really
Can't be
believe
If
that-
that?
Mafia,
You
I'm
believe
losing
that?
the game to him.
I
Siggy
agree.
can't be
Oh,
that
yeah.
Ride or die, Noah?
Yeah, ride or die with Siggy.
All right, we got
I
a
want to
third
say
ride or
I'd do
die.
it as Mafia, but I never would.
I'm on board with the ride or die with Siggy, too. I'll never
I'm
kill
in
Siggy.
here twice. Do I
Oh
get
my
2
God.
votes?
You might as well just kill Siggy in the night, because
if your other guy can vote.
Hand up.
he's literally never dying.
Siggy is always VT though.
Let me
Alright,
just
Mavlog,
screen cap this picture real quick. I'll be
Oh,
right
man.
back, guys.
That's so good.
So
I'm pretty sure the team
So
is exactly Siggy, Pope, Ian.
like Siggy, Fletch,
sick.
lock it. No, hang
Siggy,
on.
Pope, Ian? No way.
So
Lock
Siggy, Fletch was the ghost, but what do you think about the 5 kill?
Stop.
I
So bad.
I don't even want to
So
solve.
bad in this game.
Can I hear Mavlog so we can...
Dude, you really don't believe those reads,
And today's the day we
I want-
never named ghosts again.
Why you don't name those?
Just name them something that's impossible for it to be in the game.
There is not.
I
There's
don't
one
know.
at least 2 Mafia in those 3.
In what?
In who
In
three?
what?
Who?
Which
Who?
3?
Can I?
Pope, Ian. There's at least 1, if not 2 Mafia
Wait,
in there.
Siggy, Pope, Ian.
I would be surprised if there was one.
I want to do.
Those are really
I
bad
want to do
reads.
2
The
No,
kills.
only possible one is
why,
probably
why,
Pope.
why,
maybe
why?
give you
Okay,
Pope,
okay,
maybe.
okay.
Unknowing of your
Because
alignment,
Pope
dude.
willing
Unknowing-
willing to give
Dude,
Siggy
don't
that
talk.
free read.
I will
Unknowing
explain.
of your alignment, I'll bet you $100.
If you're gonna let me
Why?
talk, I
I'm
will
serious.
explain.
Hard cash,
Please.
I'll
$100.
bet you a 1080
Just- okay,
TMI,
sorry,
dude.
I
Right
can't
here, right now.
I can't explain Niltak if
Yep.
I keep so Ian's thing between CPB and Pope.
I
think
would have
CPB
said it
is
as
probably-
either alignment, dude.
No,
I was-
you can say that. I
had
think
no
that
idea
he
at
was
all.
trying to get like aligned with Pope. I think Pope like just like when Siggy was doing that shit, like,
But-
oh man, Fletch was the kill, and then Pope goes, "Does people see what Siggy's doing? He obviously believes this. He totally believes this. That's something
He
that
did.
Pope
Dude,
was
it's a
telling
free
us."
win. Free
Duke, I have a
win for
question.
Do
Pope
you
and I.
actually believe what you're
All
saying?
right,
dude?
Cope, we gotta
Yes,
start
and
this.
Siggy,
Cope has
can
a
do
question
that
for
fake
Ian.
ass
Yeah.
Talk right now, and I think
You are scum.
Siggy
Duke,
is
I have a
not-
question about your Ian read.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Continue your Siggy thing, and then I'll ask.
Siggy can do that dumbass laugh as Mafia, so if
I
that's the
agree.
reason why people are reading Siggy as town, they need to stop it.
No,
No,
it's not the
that's
laugh.
not the
It's
reason.
whole thing.
I
No,
agree.
Duke, you know why everyone's talking over
I
you?
agree
You know
that
why everyone's
he could
talking
have
over
done
you?
that.
Because everything you're saying is like
That's
just
fine.
wrong. Everyone knows Siggy's town.
Every game I play is
But-
town.
but-
Everyone
but-
knows
but-
me
dude,
wrong.
dude,
Are you reading a
dude.
Mafia for this read, or
But
do you just
Pope-
think that he's like
Dude,
this guy
just so you
in
know,
town?
Fletch died. Duke, Fletch died
Duke
night
is down.
0 last game as well, which is why
I think
when
Duke might be
my
down.
dumb tell is so
That's fine.
believable.
Did you not hear the entire early game?
That's why the rest of town's not gonna believe you, and Mafia's
fine.
gonna
Doesn't
stop
matter.
this game.
Oh my fucking
is
god!
not
Mafia's gonna stop this game.
It's
literally now my top
We're
town.
here
Siggy, I
in
can't-
the
I
post
can't
game where Colin
comprehend it.
said, "Who am I naming the ghost?" And
Who called
everyone's
Duke
like,
their
"Oh,
top town? Was that you, Zesta?
Okay.
What? I said Duke was my top town, yes.
He's
Oh
my
my
top
God.
too,
Duke,
Vince.
can you
I didn't even
answer
hear that.
Lolo's question?
Oh yeah, so Duke, when Ian said that he preempted that whole thing by saying, "I would have said this as either alignment. In fact, I planned it out ahead of time."
Oh man,
Believe that? Hang on, no. It's important. Do you believe that statement, and that he just happened to roll Mafia, or do you think he's lying about that and
I
he's just
believe
Mafia?
that statement is not alignment indicative, and he could say that as Mafia or town.
You have
So,
no, you
so
have
why
no
are you saying that
examples
he's
of his
in the
play.
list of 3? If it's just
Because-
neutral.
Because the play itself, I'm reading Mafia. The fact that he said, I planned this beforehand means absolutely nothing to me. Because if he planned to do that as town, he's fucking retarded. And he probably needs to die.
Dude,
of what?
just stop.
Duke,
talking
are you
about
just
me. I'm-
Mafia this
I'm
game,
fine
Duke?
with
I think
that.
you are. I think you really are, dude.
He's
Matt,
just
you
really
called me
pissed off
Mafia.
town.
I would.
You're all town
Matt,
reading
you
Siggy
should
for
call me
this.
Mafia, so you're wrong on me again. Day 2, we'll talk to each other. You'll realize I'm town. It's fine.
Duke,
Alright.
did you take some plays out of the
Where's
optic
Colin?
playbook here? Is
Oh.
this
No. The thing is, day 2 or later today, I'll
Okay, Pat, let's go at it
Hey,
again.
Matt,
I'm
all
ready.
right. You want to fight again? I don't want to fight you though this
How's
time.
it going? How's it
Because
going?
I think
on
you're
mute?
town this time.
That's what Mafia
how
Pat
many
would
games
say.
have
That's
you
played? No, it
interesting, dude.
That's not true.
Stop.
I'm just
saying
messing
no,
with you.
Stop.
Can you
I
sign
know
how
that.
many games you played?
I know
Can you
who's
hear
the
from
town this
Miltech
game.
and
Sign.
I think that Ian is very town.
He's
I
not
think
very
that-
town guy.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
Yes,
is.
Matt.
I'm willing to
Hey,
give
Matt,
Siggy. I'm
shut
willing
up
to
for a
give
my
second.
Siggy.
PC may reset. I am currently
iPhone
trying to
on
delete
Mavlog.
the
Can you,
file.
can you
So
guys
if I
stop
disconnect, I'll
talking
be
for
back.
2 seconds? That'd be great. Mav, how many games have you played?
This is my second game.
Second game. What is your thought so far?
Oh God.
Don't
Well-
talk about Siggy.
Don't talk about Siggy. Well, I mean, it's kind of BS that Fletch got 9-0 twice. So
I like this guy. I like this guy.
This is why 2 ghosts are fucking
have
terrible.
all-
This is why it's even worse than naming the ghosts, because people do dumb shit like this.
All right.
As long as you name them something not possible in the
Besides
game.
night kills,
Never.
Remember when you
and
guys said there
Siggy,
wouldn't be night zero
Can you
meta?
explain any other reasons? Shut the
There's-
fuck up,
there's now-
everybody
I
else.
hate night zero meta, dude.
It's happened twice.
All right. What's your
Well,
reads?
right now, I mean, I'm inclined to read Duke Town. I mean, Slide Town. I mean, I kind of feel bad for that last game.
You should feel bad. You killed Mafia. Like, it's fine. That's the game.
I'm sorry. I mean, odds are my second game, I mean, I'll run into you. Mafia, and I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I thought Ian's little bit was entertaining. Between CPB and Pope, I mean, they are common.
It's entertaining. Mean Mafia or Town?
Mav lost. I rate you Town the first game we played. I think you're Mafia this game.
Does entertaining mean
Is that
Mafia or
because we
Town?
rolled?
You know what
that first
you
roll
guys
was
don't know
Mafia
would be
together,
great? Is if you guys could just shut up and just let him give full reads first, and then ask him questions. All right.
Hey, Mavlos, do you have full reads?
Not really.
Why is
Yeah, but read
Niltec
on
your top
anyone else.
Mafia?
I normally have a really easy time town reading you a lot of the times, but this game is really hard. I'm not
Zest,
gonna lie.
since you're chipping in, Zest, what's your reads?
Duketown, Siggy, Mafia.
What? Duke?
Those are the best reads I've heard all day.
Opposite read.
Can we get some not like this in chat, please?
He still died. I hate that the
Not like
bot let him
this.
get a 9-0 shot from the Vigi.
Why Duke?
Fletch was double stacked.
I liked what he was saying against Siggy. He sounded like he was just fucking aggravated Town, that everyone was fucking Town reading him for some
Oh, that's just Mafia, me being mad because I can't get my miswitch on Siggy that I was planning. Come on.
Oh yeah, sure.
Let's just kill Duke so I don't have to be wrong on him again for day 2. That's
You're
all I
gonna
want to
be
do.
wrong. It doesn't matter. You're already wrong.
Why don't you stop?
You're
Stop
lynching
tunneling.
Town.
No,
It's
I
day
just
one,
I just
stop
want to
tunneling.
assume that I'm right the whole game, and then he can tell me I'm wrong after the game.
Noah, you've been really quiet for no reason today. What's up?
He's been
I don't think I've
talking
been
all
quiet.
day.
Yeah, I've been
Give
pretty
him two ride or
talkative today.
dies.
No, he was talking early and he just fell off. Look, what's up?
Wow.
Well, I
It's
would
like
never
fighting
lynch
Miltac.
Siggy this game. That's for
Miltac's the
sure.
cop.
I think that this
No,
job
he's not.
Zest is probably
didn't
Mafia
watch
this
my
He's
game.
not that
Did you?
PR.
Don't play my role.
I'm not sure about Pope's read on Niltec. I think Niltec's probably Townie this game. I think that
Pope's
the
doing
way
it as a
he's
joke.
controlling the day is good. I think it's more in line with his town play. I think Pope, why do you read Niltec Mafia?
I
It's
think
a
he's
joke.
trying to replicate his
kinda-
town play.
I think
I think
the way
I
he's
think
leading the
Bill's
day.
fine. I don't
I think the
Bill's
way he's leading the
replicating
day has
I
also
play
been
with
more
him.
forced, Noah. I'm
It
not
has been
agree with
forced.
Pope.
It has been forced.
Really? I
It's
don't
not
think
like
it has at
it's
all.
not like natural. He's just like calling
Yeah,
people
look
out.
at-
Duke's
look
reads
at
are god
It's
awful,
not
but
like
I think he's town.
He's going
Look
back
at
to his
Pope and
traffic
Siggy
cop.
aligning. Oh my god.
I think that Niltec actually is like mad at the last game because he tried to play
I'm gonna
differently
defend
Siggy
and,
till
the
then,
end.
and then died. So he's going back to traffic cop Niltec.
Duke, you better hope we don't get RNG one.
No,
CPB.
I'm getting
You're gonna put me in it.
frustrated because of the Siggy shit.
I don't think anybody's
Guess
ready
who's
for that.
forming you? It's gonna start with
Ever.
Pope and it's
Thank
second
you,
by
Bayrex.
Siggy.
Okay, guys. Okay,
Chad's got better reads than you
Listen,
guys.
listen.
I think Duke's
everyone,
down. I think
I
his reads are bad
understand.
though.
I understand
I think
that
you're bad,
because
Noah.
So I didn't
of the
really
start
get
of
a
the
chance
game
to
that
give
this
my
game
reads.
is
That
kind of
wasn't a
been
personal
about.
attack,
I just want to
dude. I
finish
just
my
don't like
reads.
your reads.
Listen,
never
everyone listen.
lynching Ian this game. I'm willing to give Siggy the dumb tell for today. Rolo is probably Town. Noah's probably Town. And Duke is my top Mafia. Gurinsky is Town until later in the day.
Woo.
I
Roll
just
that
want to
and
say, you guys honestly think that it is outside of Siggy's Town or Mafia?
No, I
play
said for today.
to do
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Pat,
Exactly.
does that
Exactly
mean?
not.
Yes,
does
I
that
think that
mean
he,
I'm
as
Town
Mafia,
until
he
you
would
run
know
out
the
of
night
lynches?
kills were ghosts.
Pat,
What's that?
humor me.
Exactly.
Humor me. Why am I
I'm
your
Town
top
until you run out of lynches?
Unless
Why
Mafia
am I
chat
out
was
of
like
lynches?
5 Fletch C, haha, XD.
I don't understand the question.
Ian, do you have anything to provide to town?
Sure. I also like Siggy. I don't like Duke's read on me, but I like the fact that he pushed against Siggy when everyone else was treating him as confirmed Town. So I'm giving Duke a lot of credit for that. I don't think Mafia take that path of very high resistance at this point in the game.
Siggy's not high resistance. Come on.
You haven't seen
Pushing on him when everyone's saying like, I think Siggy's kind of inner child based on his dumb tell. I don't know about Pat. I wanted to ask Pat, why are you so sure I'm Town, Pat?
It's just
Like,
the way that you came out. I don't think this is your first time to this game.
Mafia
like,
Pat
I
is
don't know.
trying to do his thing
I
where
don't
he
think-
pockets Town.
Oh,
where he
come on, dude.
He calls the Town.
Hey, can Rob Alloy do things?
Seriously though, Ian, the way you came out at the beginning of the day was just like very Town.
him. This is
And
the Town
just
Pat I
now-
was
even
missing
now-
last game.
even
dude.
though-
Seriously,
even though now-
can you talk
Even though now,
before
like
you get
you
formal?
also you just like gave a real reason to give Duke a town read, even though you have no reason to. As if you're Mafia, like, you just never do that.
All right,
So
I will
that's what
say,
I'll-
Pat, your read on me is correct, as are your reasons for reading me as town. But I just think it's weird because you've probably never played with me or watched me
Oh,
play.
I've never played with you ever.
Yeah.
Can I talk? Is that cool? Okay. I'm gonna give my reads. I think that town is me, Siggy, Ian, Pat. That's the real good town.
Why, Pat?
Oh, everything he just said. Everything he just said, it felt really good. I think
You don't think Noah's town?
The entire. I thought Noah's town up until he asked me the question. He was gonna call me Mafia, and then he said, "Pope, why do you read Niltek Scummy?" or something like that. And then didn't really take a stance and didn't actually say the read, so it felt unsure. If I was gonna bet money, I would say town, but it's flimsy. Don't say.
I'll second Gorinsky.
I second Gorinsky.
Formal on Gorinsky.
Niltek has a fucking 0 win %. Why does anybody second anything he formals?
Just an accusation on Gorinsky, please.
So
how long were you holding that one for?
I listened.
Okay, I should make the formal because I'm confirmed town, right?
Shut the fuck up. So,
Shut up,
Gorinsky,
Siggy.
I wanted to hear you. We kind of wasted a lot of the time. I wanted to hear a formal on you.
Do you want to hear how to give a good formal?
No, he wants reads.
We're not getting that from you.
We didn't formal Noah.
So, I don't even think I need the full 4 minutes here, but
You probably don't.
yeah. Basically where I'm at this point in the game, Ian's probably town, Duke's probably town. My lighter towns today are Pat, Zesta, and I'm leaning town on Noah. I think the weirder interactions today have been between actually you, Niltek, Mav Lost, and then I think the interactions between Pope and Siggy
What's
seem a
weird
little
about
off.
me and Matt?
Siggy's inner child.
So you pinged out Mav Lost and wanted to get reads
Keep
from
buddy
him.
info.
This was
Keep buddy
after I had basically asked you to solve the game for me. And the first thing I really hear you pipe up about, you're trying to ping out the newer player in the Zoom and get reads on him. He didn't really have any content, but you were getting visibly upset when people were talking. And
No, I was getting kind of annoyed because Duke has this thing where he comes up with a line that is important to him, not important to getting information. In my point of view, he pings out Mav.
So
asking a question instead of letting him give the flow of thought.
Okay,
I was getting annoyed by that.
I mean, a lot of people are happy to be playing a game too, and they want to talk and they want their voices heard. So that's all I really
Not
got
me.
from the early part of the day and the noise that was going on.
Terrible.
I think a lot of people have actually just been having fun with the day. Speaking
Why
of,
am I so down to you?
so
Actually, I don't know
the
why
reason
he's
I
just in
think
town.
no, the reason I think Duke is town is because he came out first with 3 scummy people. Yeah, it's Mafia's job to push scum and try to get miss lynches, but I don't think you come out that early in the day with reasons to call 3 different people scum. You had Siggy, Pope, and Ian.
Yeah, he
as
called
your
the 3
Mafia
tiniest
fairly
people
early on.
Mafia. That's kind of scummy.
And with the people pushing on Duke, Duke was also pushing back. He wasn't getting defensive. He was actually trying to push his reads. From my opinion, that's always a townie thing to do.
Can I compliment you, Gorinsky?
No. The Stalingrad.
Get wrecked.
I think
Gorinsky is really good as Mafia, making a town seem like he's aligned with him and getting that town lynched.
I don't understand anything you just said, Siggy.
I think he was calling you
Why do you
Mafia.
I think you're Mafia and you're trying to make Duke die instead of you.
Stalingrad, Mafia,
I'm trying to make
town.
Duke
I mean,
die.
town.
What he's saying is he thinks you're really good at making
the
people look like
Stalingrad
a partner.
Yeah,
to get
the Stalingrad came out and called Duke his top town right when I had put together my read on Duke. It was right at the end of Duke speaking. And he said it over the entire Zoom. I asked him again. He answered in the affirmative, no hesitation. So he wasn't even trying to explain it. He was just convinced at that point.
Mav Lost, who do you want to lynch?
Siggy's at? Can I
Mav
hear where
Lost, who do you
Siggy's
want to lynch? Mav Lost, who do you want to lynch?
Siggy, please give me where you're at this game.
I'd really rather not.
You have to unmute.
By the way,
I want to kill Rob Alloy, I think.
Oh no.
Oh, Siggy.
Maybe.
You want to
I
be
have
wrong
an
this game?
idea that I would love to formal right
I'd
now.
be okay with Rob.
Okay,
Alloy,
fantastic.
too.
I formal Rob Alloy.
I second round Rallo.
All right.
There is a formal Ravolo.
Although I would have liked to.
I'm just letting you know, Rolo.
I'm gonna give the accusation. I would have liked to have talked for another 30 seconds, but no one wanted to be constructive. Even when people were asked questions, they didn't want to answer. I don't know if you said a single word, Rob, except just now when you told Mav to unmute. I have a hard time believing you could ever be Town and play like this. Probably just rolled back-to-back Mafia. That's it.
The only thing you did say that I remember is you said that I'm never a PR, which is something that I feel like you would say as Mafia.
Even if you said I second Gorinsky too.
Yeah, I said some things.
Did he?
I don't know your alignment this game, but I think Noah's read on.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
That fucking laugh.
He's trying to bury you. Just keep going.
I think Neil Tech's Townie. I think Gorinsky was sort of Townie when he was talking. I actually don't have a Town read on Duke. I think his Mafia. He would want to mislynch Siggy. I never have a hard read on Duke day one, unless he does something outrageously either alignment.
Why do you try to read him then?
I try to read everybody. I try to get better at the game.
Why were you telling Mav to unmute?
Someone asked him a question.
Was he answering?
He was muted. He was literally muted.
Was he talking? What's his answer?
Yes, Gorinsky.
I think Noah is slightly Tony. I don't have 100% read on him yet. He's slightly Tony.
No,
weird, dude.
I don't think Pat.
How much is this defense like his the last defense he gave last week?
0%, dude.
100%. Thank you.
0%.
0%.
You know 100 has 2 zeros in it, Pope. That's all I'm saying.
Rob, what did you say against me?
I don't think you're Town this game.
Okay.
He doesn't believe that, Pat. He knows your Town.
Pope keeps saying stupid shit.
Rob only says that he's Town.
I think Pope is. The more Pope talks, the more Mafia he is.
Hey Rob, do you still think I'm Mafia?
I didn't give a read on you.
You did at some point in this game. You
No.
called me out.
I said you could do it as both alignments. Okay. You said that, so. Duke is the one that had the read on you. I didn't.
I know Duke had a read on me, but
So excluding Pope, Rob, who's your top Mafia?
It's like Pope, Pat. I think you could do the dumb tail Siggy, but I don't think you did this game.
So you think I'm?
I think you're actually doing.
But Pat.
I think you're VT. So
you think I'm?
I don't have a read on Malvost.
Top
He's a new player.
and Pat calls me his top Mafia.
I don't care about all that shit.
For what it's worth,
I don't have a read on Zesta.
I mean,
Gorinsky, like Town. Neil Tech's Town.
You're
I think you're slightly Town, Duke.
So Rob, what was the one thing about today that stood out the most to you? What?
Pope trying to bury me.
This is the worst formal I've ever heard.
This is the best formal ever given in Mafia history. If anyone votes, I will throw up.
What are you doing?
Are you serious right now, Noah?
I know Rob's Town. I
know you don't.
know he's Town.
This is
Okay, people who think Rob might be Town need to be quiet because Rob has a minute left, and I think he is in danger of dying. So
And he has said nothing.
I probably will die.
He is in
Pope
danger.
Continuing to bury me, I think you should kill Pope tomorrow with his 2KP. That's what I think. If I die here, just kill Pope tomorrow.
I agree for the trade.
He's probably going to die.
Okay, Rob. Can you see, like, if Pope isn't
I don't think it's
Mafia,
impossible you're both Town.
No, he's not Town.
He is
I am Town. So shut up. You just be quiet, Pope. I don't want to hear your mouth anymore.
You're bad.
So just shut up. You're just Mafia in this game, friend. I'm sorry that you're not Mafia. Oh, well.
Rob,
Bob,
can
you
you
ever be on
repeat
Noah?
your Town circle that you had?
Gorinsky and
Did
Neil
you give
Tech-
a read on Rolo, Rob?
No, he hasn't said anything. I think the Mafia is like Pope, Pat, +1. I'm not sure.
I think Noah.
Pat's probably Town.
Man, I wish if me and Pope were on a team again, I'd be happy.
Why
They
do
are
you
on
like
team.
Neil Tech, Rob?
I think he's been productive today. Maybe he could be Mafia, but I think he's actually Town.
Are you reading him Town because he hasn't tried to drink water yet, Noah?
Yeah. That's Rob's only
That's a
Mafia
terrible
Town.
raid. That's a terrible raid.
I pushed a vote.
Time. 10 seconds, Rob, now.
I'm in fact Town. There's going to be 2 KP tomorrow. Oh, well. If I die, I'll go get something else to drink.
With 13 alive, it'll take 7 votes to send Rob to night chat. If you wish to do that, place your hand to camera and keep it there in 3, 2, 1, vote. You have 2 minutes to make your end of day. Rob has immunity.
I'm pretty sure I single-handedly saved Rob's life.
Thanks, Noah.
I don't think so, no.
I think that was all town in that vote.
So
I
no longer believe in the world of three.
You just said that was all a town vote.
I think me, Zesta, and Pope are all town there.
You should have, dude.
Sorry, actually,
that was a terrible
I
read.
disagreed with a couple of his reads, and in the first half of his formal, he like said that Duke was a little scummy to him, and then in the second half, he just changed it to Townie.
So,
Did he?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
He's like
For no
openly
reason.
wolfing now.
Yeah, but he had water in his cup this time.
Hey, Rolo, can I give you
Noah,
yours?
who do you want formal?
Yeah, I want to hear Rolo's reads too.
Rolo and Zesta.
I want to hear Rolo
and
reads
maybe
as
you,
well.
Pope.
Yeah,
Those
I'll
would be my
talk,
three
I'll talk
losers.
real quick. I think Siggy's town. I think Pat's probably town. I think Niltek's probably town. Duke is someone I've gone back and forth on the whole day. I thought the way he answered my question about Ian was like sort of weird, but
How did I answer your question on Ian? I don't remember.
well, when I asked you about the whole thing about
Shotgun
whether
reads.
his
We don't have
read
time.
win- Yeah, okay. So yeah, those are my town. Duke sort of no is the long story on that. That's sort of it. I don't really feel like anyone's been overly scummy. I guess
Well,
people that I don't
I
play with.
formal
very
Mav
often.
lost.
I second
No,
Mav.
no.
Formal Mav lost accusation.
Mav
He's played
lost.
two games.
I know that, but I
Who
just think
fucking
that
cares?
in his couple
He has to
seconds
just,
that he
like,
had
kill
where
somebody.
you're asking him questions, I think that he was like trying to project town and he didn't really get a lot of chance to because specifically some people were talking over him, so like probably like Duke and stuff like that. But Duke has been a little bit better for me, so I want to hear exactly what he has to say here.
Also, in the first game I played with you, you grinned like you were smiling like ear to ear, like no matter what anyone said about you. And then this game, someone called you Mafia or something, and you just stood there kind of like deer in the headlights.
Did someone outright call me Mafia? I mean, I know there's been questions. But
Two
I
people
didn't
just called you Mafia.
Hey, just
The
give your
formal
reason. Just start talking.
Okay, as far as reads go, I'm leaning town towards Niltek. It is definitely different gameplay from last time, but I mean, he said he was trying to play different last game, so I mean, it could just be that. I don't know much beyond that. Rob's, I like Rob after his formal. He's definitely a lot different, like Noah said.
What did you like about his formal?
It was just completely different from his last formal. More stream of consciousness in the last one. It was kind of grasping at straws last time. It seemed like. I'm leaning down towards Siggy. Just I don't know that interaction at the beginning. It's pretty entertaining. I don't know. I read it as town.
Mav, what'd you get out of my formal? Am I town? Am I Mafia?
I do kind of like you. Last game you were Mafia for me, and you were a bit more hostile. I don't think you're being quite so hostile this game. So
you seem to like everybody. Who's your Mafia?
I don't know. Duke was Mafia last game, and he's not feeling quite so Mafia this game. Mafia. It's early. I don't know. It's early.
Why are you assuming they're gonna have Mafia?
Okay, Mav. If you had to kill someone right now, who would it be?
If I had to kill someone right now, it would probably be either CPB or Pope.
Okay, why?
Why Pope?
I don't know. I can't read Pope too well. He's just kind of all over the place every game I see. So I don't know. It just kind of seems 50, maybe not even 50-50. Like
just a coin, just a coin flip, dude. Just fucking
it's,
YOLO. Don't even try to read me, dude. Just,
I mean, it's a 50-50 chance to be a Mafia, right? He's
just random 1 to 2, and you know if it's a 1, I'm
feel like
tapping.
more than likely. I mean, it's gonna be in my favor to get him. It's gonna be my favor. I'm not gonna be able to read him if I'm later on like final 3 with Duke.
Well, what do you think of Ian's spiel that he did?
I was not really listening after the thing at the beginning.
CPB must be Mafia after that question.
I don't
really?
know.
You already.
I mean, you did say it was entertaining.
If you had to take a guess
out of it, right?
on the alignments of Rolo and Stalingrad, what would you say?
Rolo and who?
Stalingrad.
Zest.
I've watched Rolo in a couple games, and I don't get. I've got nothing on him, honestly. I don't see what Ryu says he's got God reads on him. I don't see anything.
You've watched a lot of Mafia, haven't you?
Week and a half, 2 weeks maybe.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Have you played like IRL before, like with friends or anything?
Not IRL. I played a text-based game that's got this built into it, so
Gotcha.
I mean, it
Okay.
loses the facial interaction stuff.
For only watching in 2 weeks, I think you're like, I think you have sound, like the way you talk feels pretty good. I think you're
Matt,
town.
what did you pick up today that you don't think anybody else has brought to anyone's attention?
That's a good question.
What have I picked up?
What? How is that a good question?
I mean, it's a really hard question.
It's a really good question for somebody else.
I think, like, it's
Just
okay.
let him have his last 10 seconds.
I mean, CPB's been kind of quiet. I think he's tried to talk a couple times, but keeps getting talked over.
Time, push or rescind.
I push.
10 seconds, Maeve.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm not Mafia. I'm down here. I don't know.
Okay, it will take 7 to send Maeve Lost to dead chat. If you wish to do that, place your hand to the camera and keep it there in 3, 2, 1, vote. Maeve Lost has immunity. You have 2 minutes to make R&R and do 1.
All right, so we got.
I don't think there's all that is all town.
I think we
though.
need to talk
That is
to
not all
Zest.
town. Zesta and Rolo are both
CBB.
very scummy.
Ridiculous.
Can the CBB talk before he gets
Yes.
trouble?
All right. So, I'm going to formal Duke.
No, you're not.
No, okay.
Yeah, I
Rolo,
don't even
what do
want
have
you to
to
do
say?
that anymore.
And I will
so
trade my
what?
life
I
to
just
Duke
sort of,
tomorrow.
I mean, nothing's changed since before that formal. I thought that for guaranteed, I don't feel like I'm gonna honestly be able to figure out his role later in the game, so I just voted. That's it. The rest of my reads are.
Why did you just vote CPB?
I felt like when I asked him the question about Ian, and he said, "Well, I didn't get anything out of that." I felt like he lied because he did say that was entertaining earlier
He
on
said
in the day.
he said after the beginning speech. He didn't
Yeah.
get anything from Ian after the beginning speech.
Yeah, just kind of zoned out on that.
This is tough. I think CPB is not the right lunch either.
I need to ask, like, Niltech, why didn't you vote? Noah, why didn't you vote?
I think because I think that he seemed very towny.
Died there
Yeah.
for sure. I'm surprised that he lived, honestly.
I think that the way he talked seemed very genuine. Everything he said seemed like he believed it.
I'm not stunned that he lived. I thought that it would be a closer vote, though.
I decided that I was going to
I don't
follow
think he
Siggy's
was-
vote because I had no read and Siggy said he
So
had good read.
Stalingrad, I'm gonna formal you if you're not towning in the next like 30 seconds.
I
What do you
formal
want?
Zest.
No.
What do you want from me? I second this.
There is a formal on the Stalingrad accusation.
You are not playing townie. Like you, the only time you actually talk is when you get pinged out. And you're laughing the entire time. I don't know if it's a nervous tick for you or you're just very, very happy person. I don't know what to do with you. You're giving nothing to town. I think it's fine to kill you here.
Well, that's incorrect. I've talked without being pinged out multiple times. You obviously weren't listening if you haven't heard that. So I'm just going to go through my reads really quick. I think Gorinsky is now my top town. I think Pat's pretty towny. And then I still
Why
think
am I now your top town?
just the way that Duke has been playing the last few minutes, last couple formals.
Can
I
you
didn't like
explain Pat too?
yeah, I will get to that. And I like what you were doing. So that's why I kind of voted on Mav because I wasn't sure and I was waiting to see if you and Pat voted.
So what does Duke have to do with you having a town read on me?
Well, I had a town read on you before, but well, I
He
did.
brought up
moved
Duke.
up. He said you moved up
You
because
moved
I went
up
down.
and Duke went down.
Oh, above Duke. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Duke has kind of like fallen off for me. I felt like he hasn't really portrayed town as much in this last couple formals for me.
Why,
But,
Pat?
I like how I agreed with his reads after each formal happened and I voted with him. It was just like I felt like he was agreeing with me on a lot of things. So I feel like he's one of my top towns now.
Is that the only reason?
Other than him agreeing with me on like all the reads that I have and like what he's saying that I also agree with, yeah, I think that's a pretty good reason to read somebody town. You know? All right. For my Mafia, I think you're one of my top Mafia, Nitek. I didn't like how you've come off this game. I didn't like how
Have you seen games with me before, or just the first?
I think I might have seen one, but honestly, it's nothing like concrete. Like I don't like how you were playing today. I felt like you weren't that genuine in what you were doing, and I felt like you weren't like pushing in like a towny manner. So that's basically where I'm at like right now. He's right, and I think Pope is. I was thinking he was more Mafia earlier, but now I'm thinking he's more town, just based on the last couple of votes and everything.
But so you voted on Rob Alloy, but not Matt
Yeah,
Lost.
yeah. I really didn't like Robbie either, so he kind of moved up for me there.
When do you ever like me though?
When
He did vote
I don't
on
know,
Matt. What are you
I
talking
usually
about,
don't
Pat?
have a read on you.
Did he?
Yeah, he voted on
Yeah.
Matt.
Oh, I missed that one. Okay,
Yeah, he
thank
did.
you.
He did vote on Rob. I don't have.
I
Oh
thought-
yeah, he did.
Zesta?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Why did he vote on
I
Matt?
voted on both.
Wait,
Voted
no,
on
no.
both. He voted on both.
Didn't, wait, he voted on.
You voted on both.
No,
Did
I
you-
voted on both. I didn't think.
But Pope
voted on
did
Matt.
not vote on Mavlos, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It
Okay.
was-
Zesta, why did you vote on Mav Lost?
I already explained this. I wasn't sure on him, and I was basically waiting to see what you and Pat would do at that point
All right.
because I had no idea really.
Okay.
Top Mafia, who is it?
Niltech,
He sorry said me.
like, were you listening to my formal?
Yes, it was. Just wanted
If Duke
Did you
is
give a read on-
if Duke
did
is
you give a
town,
read on
like
Ziggy?
why is he falling off a little bit?
Well, I don't like what his reads have been in the last while because I felt like
What specific
What were
read?
my reads?
well, all right, based on your votes, I didn't like how you were voting. I didn't like that you didn't vote on either one, especially Rob Alloy when he flipped on you, which I think you should have specifically caught.
Rob, I did vote on for a tone read, right? Like, because Rob. Whatever,
Even
I'm not gonna,
still.
we could talk about that.
But
Do you
anyways,
think if someone calls you Mafia, you should vote on them?
no, I'm saying he completely changed his reads for no given reason in the middle of his formal.
Time. Push or rescind. 10 seconds, yes.
I'm town here. You shouldn't vote.
There's you
This is ridiculous. And you just talked to my 10 seconds. Go fuck yourself.
13 live, 7 to send Zesta to night chat. If you'd like to do that, place your hand to the camera and 3, 2, 1, vote. So Stalingrad, you have died. Everyone go to sleep and send me your night actions. I said that weird. Yeah, I am. You guys having fun in Twitch chat? I see Ramza with the potato emotes. I love that emote. Well, you know me. I'm a lunatic. Oh my gosh. A person between Kiwi and producing a child between Kiwi and Striker kind of makes me feel uncomfortable about that child and the future that child holds. But I don't know. There's worse people that you could blend together to make a child. And then there's better people. It's a very strange question. I suspect it would look like any other normal human child. Although there's always the chance that it might not. Hashtag serious answer. One horse-sized Pope. Like, I can take a one-on-one fight with almost anything, even a horse-sized Pope. But 100 duck-sized Popes? Pff, no way. Hey everyone, wake up. Where's my timer? There. Okay. In the night. Noah, you die. Duke, you die. The day begins.
I am almost ready to just dunk Rolo this game now. I think Rolo's the place I want to look today.
Really?
I could see that. I could see that.
Rolo?
Everybody that voted, like, what was the vote
looking
on?
back, Noah's push on Rolo was like very accurate. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking in the night. Was Noah's push on Rolo was really accurate, and I also think Rolo.
I didn't vote on him.
So I also think Rolo missed like two awful reactions.
Okay.
He had two awful reactions that at the time.
That's actually not true at all.
Of.
If you are still in this game, can you put your hand up if you voted for Zesta right there? Put your hand up to the camera. Yeah, it's not anywhere near everyone except CPB and
My
Pope.
picture.
Pat didn't vote. Grinsky didn't vote. CPB didn't vote. I didn't vote.
Grinsky doing this, like off.
I'm not sure if Duke voted either.
I never voted.
Also, Grinsky's like my top town.
I think Duke voted.
I can't share you my picture.
Did Duke vote?
No,
yeah.
but
Duke voted. I'm pretty sure.
You think I voted on?
Also,
no.
Yes, from my screenshot.
Dude.
It looks like you're putting your hand down.
I was never voting on Zesta. No.
Gretzky did not vote on Zesta.
Gretzky called Zesta town. I asked him why.
And I don't know what to tell you. I have a screenshot.
So it
looks
was
like
Rollo, Rob
putting your hand
Alloy.
Am I like this or
Mave, CPB?
You're like this,
Or no,
but
not
your
CPB.
hand. I don't know. Oh,
This-
I can
this
show
is-
it to you after the game.
Ian.
I'll show you
I'm
exactly
not
what I
trying
look
to
like
push
in mine.
I think those
Oh.
kills are all fine, Pat.
Right here. Wait, no.
I'm just.
What's your kill
I was
order,
just
Pat?
reading out the vote.
Yeah, what?
Again, I can show you.
I think all those
after.
people are people we should kill.
I would be fine with like a Mav specifically. I don't think.
We-
I don't think his.
I think we're
Rollo was
killing
very
Rollo
good.
today. I'm gonna try and push
we
Rollo to die.
always. All right, so I'm gonna
Why-
talk up here. a
Why
little
didn't
bit.
you? Since it's RNG1, you town read them that much anyway.
Zesta voted on Mav and he voted on Rob Alloy with me. Like I don't
Who
know.
both voted on Zesta. Mav and Rob.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why you didn't vote.
Well, no, I thought his defense was good.
No.
Especially whenever he made the comment,
And RNG
you just
won?
talked to him. Yeah. You know why? Because if you
Yeah.
just vote in RNG1 no matter what, you're just going to lose most time. Also, when he made the
Yes.
comment to you during his 10 seconds, you just talked to him at 10 seconds, go fuck yourself. I thought that was like exceptionally towny.
Yes, Pope. That was the moment.
Also
like
true.
Yeah.
the light goes on.
I mean,
fuck
I
you.
was already
Either-
not voting
either
for that,
alignment.
but
His
that
reads-
was,
his
that
reads
was
weren't bad
pretty
either.
funny. Very town.
I think Garinsky's gonna die this next night.
His reads are awful.
You think
Alright.
Zesta's reads
If
were
I don't
awful?
die, Siggy, I'll save somebody.
Well, his top
You talking
Mafia
about
is me,
Garinsky or
and I know
Zesta?
I'm not fucking Mafia, so yeah, it's pretty awful.
Why do you
He
think
was
no
town
one
reading,
knew?
town reading Garinsky and Duke though. What do you think about
Duke,
those?
Dude. I'm actually not surprised Noah died. I thought he was Mafia, so he'd probably PR.
That way you killed him.
He was playing
Yeah, dog.
differently.
He was playing differently.
A comp claim would be nice. No, why?
Yeah. So my only town, someone else is wanting to talk. Grinsky, because of his reads on day one, his interactions with Siggy, and when Duke and Rollo was talking, and Duke asked him a question, and Grinsky immediately like, no, just shotgun your reads. We don't have time for that. Both Duke and Grinsky looked down from the interaction between that. And Rollo, I've been, again, like last game, I've been trying to keep my eye on him and his facial reactions. He's been doing more facial reactions this time, and it doesn't look like they're fake, so I want to go with that. Sheeping Captain style of reading him. And Mav,
I
after
think
his formal,
it's funny
was
you're
pretty
saying that.
talented.
Ian,
I
do you have
think
any
it's
reads
specific
after that first day?
What, Siggy?
I'm
There's a
reading
specific time when Noah called him
Alloy
out where he had
down.
absolutely no reaction at all, and it was that Mafia where I was like, oh, it was at that moment where I was like, Rollo might be
I
mine.
probably didn't hear him because I only heard him formal me. I didn't hear him push me another time.
Anything besides Rob Alloy's town?
All right, so I'll continue. Yeah, I was reading Babaleo Town based on his FOMO. I also read Grinsky Town based on his FOMO. It wasn't. I didn't really pay close attention to his interactions, but Grinsky as Mafia, I tend to think he just feels more adamant. In his pushes. And his town, he's more laid back, and he felt pretty laid back in his FOMO. It's not a good read. It's just a light town read on Grinsky at this
Can you
point.
talk about people who aren't like confirmed town?
I don't know why Grinsky is confirmed town, but
I'm not, but
I don't know. I don't.
Statement made no
What do you
I
think
don't
about
know
what do you
about
think
Mav.
about Pope
I don't-
and Mav lost?
So, yeah. Honestly, I went into this day planning to push on Noah a little bit.
Me too.
There was a point yesterday where I thought that both Pope and Noah could both be Mafia together, and I said it was either alignment. By the way, I thought they could be both Mafia together, and both giving different reads on Mav during his FOMO to kind of distance.
I think Noah was preparing to hammer on Mav, but he saw he couldn't, so he didn't.
Yeah. So
That's
don't have
another
a read
reason I
on
thought he was
Mav.
coming.
But I know Mav is a newer player, so I wasn't going to give a great FOMO, and I thought Siggy, who I still consider an innocent child in the game, had a good read on him, so I was planning to put my hand up if Siggy put his hand up, the same way I played last game with Siggy, but he was at the Vigi. I don't know about CBB. I didn't like when CBB asked Mav what he thought about my spiel at the beginning, because on one hand, Mav had already said what he thought about it at that point in the day.
I was
And
trying to
also,
catch
I
him in
don't
his
think
slip.
CPB as town cares about the answer to that question. I think I don't really know how to read CPB, to be honest, but I think as Mafia is more likely to ask random questions like that to seem towny.
Ian, can you just give a list, like your top 3 town, your top 3 mafia?
I don't have top town. I kind of like Niltak. I guess if I was to pick 3 towns, I guess I'll pick foe towns. My top 2 towns might be Siggy and Gorinsky, followed closely by Rob Alloy, and then Niltak would be my last.
Why Rob Alloy? You thought his defense was that good?
I thought you had Rob said that. He said that. He said that was the first thing he said.
I thought Rob Alloy's defense was very good. And I haven't played with Rob Alloy late. I haven't played many games with him lately.
I haven't played lately.
I remember some games pretty clearly where Rob Alloy was Mafia and I was Town, and I knew he was Mafia just based on like how lackadaisical he seemed. Like he just was very lethargic in those games, and that was very different from the fumble he just gave.
Why are you reading Siggy Town?
What, Siggy's inner child?
Based on the dumb tale.
Siggy did die.
I will say this about Gorinsky. I will say this about Siggy. I think it's weird that he didn't control the day very much yesterday, considering that everyone thought him as inner child. The last game he was Vigi, he did control the game like to an extreme degree, although that might be because he felt guilty about being the innocent child.
Right. So I literally completely zoned out day one, if I'm honest. I got very few reads.
This is a little annoying, and I'm not accepting any more reads on this person gave a dumb tell, this person's new to the game, this person's not a strong player. I don't care about any of that. Like literally, if you're not playing up to snuff, I want to formal you. I want to get you lynched, especially if I think you're scummy. This is mostly, yes, Mav, it's coming right at you. Like I have no idea how you got out of that formal yesterday. I think you're still Mafia. I think you're extremely Mafia. I think everything you've done since this game has started has been trying to appeal to other people and warm up to them. Like Pat hit it on the nose during the accusation period.
All the town reads.
Yes, exactly. And every interaction that you've had has been like trying to just get close to people. Now, if you are town, like legit, you just need to start solving the game, man. Because
if you think he's Mafia, I think Pope is likely his partner.
That's a possibility. CPB could be his partner busing. Like I've considered a lot of I've just been tying strings to Mav.
What is your opinion on Pat?
I think Pat is town for the push on Mav. Like I said, he hit it on the head. He is
Rolo. Okay, I want to hear Rolo talk now, so he runs out of content for when I formal him, so you can kill him.
Go ahead.
Gorinsky, what if Pat's Mafia?
What if Pat's Mafia? Then Pat fooled me. I think at this point in the game, he's been trying to solve the game in a manner that is conducive to both how I'm trying to solve the game and how I think Town is going to win the game.
Rolo, what's your read on Pat?
I think Pat's probably Town. I don't feel great about it, but I would put him like Town.
I don't disagree with that read, Niltak, for what it's worth. I think he's probably Town.
I know. I'm really bad at reading Pat and them not giving good enough answers.
I'm gonna get my reads. I think Siggy, Niltek, Gorinsky are Town. Those are the town I feel like somewhat confident in. I think Pat's like on the fence and Pope's sort of a null read. And I would just kill everyone else, honestly.
I just want to also say that I think Siggy's really Town.
I don't hate your reads, Rolo.
Why do you think Siggy's Town? And please don't say.
I was willing to give him the dumb tell read yesterday, but like since today, I feel like he's just been like not he's not been actively pushing
anything.
Town. But just the way that he's been inside the day. That's basically what it is. He's just been inside the town. He's been inside the town, and he has. Like whenever I was giving my list of people who voted on Zesta, he was like, "Pat, I think those are all the people I want to vote on." And I was like, I was just listing those. And he was like, "Yeah, I don't care. I'll still vote them all out." I thought that was Town.
See, you got any thoughts?
I want Pope. Can you give like 2 minutes? Like, who do you think Town and Mafia now?
I think the way he talked was really Towny when he talked earlier today. I think Siggy not dying is weird. I call him VT. He's still fucking VT. It might be Mafia didn't kill him because of that. I still think Gorinsky's Town. I still think Miltek's Town. I don't have a town read on Pat. I don't have a town read on
You still okay? I was gonna say you still think I'm Mafia.
I think you're scummy, Pat.
That way that you just gave reads is the exact same way you did it in your formal last game.
Who?
All right, Pope. Can you give 2 minutes?
Correct.
Rob.
Oh.
You are actually factually incorrect.
All right.
The 2 people that died both fairly hard defended.
No,
job.
how you read, not
That's fine,
what your
just-
reads were. Your reads were.
Rob, are you gonna give me more reads, or you want to just keep arguing with Niltek?
I sort of want to keep arguing Miltac. I think he's still town. Huh?
All right, cool.
I
Rob,
think
That makes sense that you want to argue with the town.
because I'm town,
Okay. I think
and you're
that-
just Mafia Pope. That's
Okay.
all.
I think you're my top town, Rob. I'm just kidding. I just wanted you to stop talking.
I don't care. I'm gonna keep talking over Pope.
All right, come on.
That loss said something really towny yesterday. So fuck. I'm sorry,
Rob,
Pope. Your
you're
channel.
protecting-
I don't want to be
You're
mean.
actually protecting Pope. If
All
you're
right. I think Gorinsky is very down about the thing he just said to Mav. I thought he was kind of null to Scummy yesterday, but I think primarily the thing he said about if you are town, you need to just start applying yourself and solve the game. I thought that like Mafia saying that to a town is like kind of crazy. So the only world that I could think of where he's Mafia is that he has to be with Mav exactly. But I think he voted on him day one. I'm not sure though.
He did.
Yeah.
Gorinsky did vote on him.
Yeah, so that'd be kind of hard if they're together. I think Siggy is very town. I think that Pat is probably town. I think that
Why Pat?
Primarily for his interactions day one.
Are you gonna push Niltek Mafia?
No, I'm not gonna give him the town cred he's getting from everyone else though. I think he. Let me say this. I think it's because if everyone calls Niltek town, he thinks he should lead. He should lead town, and he is not leading town in a good direction.
I still think that we should kill Mavloss.
I agree with that.
So I think that one of the people I'm kind of I like Rolo's reads a lot because they kind of correspond with mine, but I don't really like Rolo. So he gave like on my screen it's like a T town, like there's a T read. Me, Siggy, Pat, Niltek, Gorinsky, like that T is all town, and then the other five. Oh right. Well, I'm saying from my point of view, like that's what I'm saying. And then, so then the other five are the people that we have to kill, but we'd have to hit right at least today in order to go to a 4, right? I think I don't know. I don't want to lynch. Gosh, I think I don't want to lynch CPB, but I think Ian isn't.
I don't even know one read of CPB's.
CPB gave a read yesterday. Whenever I asked him, or whenever he talked about Mav, he asked Mav a question and Mav didn't respond, and he recalled it and used it to call Mav Mafia, which he like analyzed Mav's responses, and I thought it was pretty towny. I thought it felt sincere.
CPB, did you vote on Mav?
Yes.
I did not vote.
I think today we need to look at the voters on Zest killing the voters. I know that's like easy for me to say because I didn't vote, so it's pushing my agenda. But you have to kill. You have to kill into the voters. You have to kill. No, that's not an
Rolo,
excuse.
CBB,
Didn't Noah and Duke both vote?
Noah and Duke both voted. Yeah. But you also have to know that Zesta voted on both Mav and Rob, so you know he's town. Who else voted on Rob? It was what, Pat and me.
It was me.
Dude, I know I'm town. Pat, if you're town, we need to kill Rob. Like, I think Rob's playing a pretty weak
Rob
game.
Is better than Mav?
I think.
I don't know
hold
about
on.
Mav.
I think
I
it is
can't read
completely
Mav.
ludicrous. I'm just putting this out there. I think it would be completely ludicrous for Rob to kill like the most vocal person in the Zoom who defended him during his formal.
Both the people that died hard defended, like hard defended
Sure,
Rob.
but like if he's like not the one making the kills, like.
I don't know about Duke, but Noah, you kind of.
What's the vote on Mav?
Duke was Duke. I guess Duke's wasn't as hard.
Neither Duke or Noah voted on Mav, right?
Noah was acting like PR, so.
Garinsky, Rolo. Was it Duke? Did Duke vote?
For what though? What vote are you?
What was the? It was. I think there was
Mav.
5 votes. It was me.
Yeah, it was me.
Rolo,
Garinsky,
CBB, Garinsky, Pat, Zest.
Yeah.
Rob Alloy, would you vote on Did you vote on Mavloss yesterday, and would you vote on him today?
He'd have to give a formal.
Did you vote on him yesterday?
But did you vote on him yesterday?
I didn't vote on him yesterday. I thought he said enough to be
On
town.
paper, Mav, it's Mav, Rob, Rolo.
I know you're wrong. So that's why I sort of think you're Mafia for pushing that.
That's
you
why.
not vote
Okay,
on
take
Rolo?
yourself out of it. What do you think of Mav and
Because
Rolo?
I'm reading Gorinsky town. I'm reading Miltax town.
like no
reading
one
Ian town.
Siggy, what do you is that
Ziggy,
for vote
that stupid
for
damn town.
Rob?
Take yourself out of it. And
on
what do you think of
Mavloss.
Mav and Rolo, Rob?
I think Rolo could be Mafia with you and Pat.
With me and Pat. What about Mav?
I don't know about Mav.
He gave a defense yesterday.
I-
If Pope's Mafia, he's definitely with Ian.
You didn't vote on him.
read something he said in his
I
formal
could see
mustache.
that. I
I
could
don't
see
know what
that.
it
I
was.
mean, I'd have to be really wrong
Tony.
though on Ian though.
I don't know. I'll support a Rolo or
I think Ian's
Grinsky.
kind of a wild card right now.
Garinsky's not
pretty
no way
town.
Garinsky.
No,
I would
sorry.
do Rob or
Sorry,
Mav
I would
today.
support their formals when they formal people.
You're that
Rolo's
good at some
saying.
town, Miltech?
I think you're pretty towny, and I want to hear what you got to say.
If
you formal someone really bad, then maybe I would consider.
No, I want to kill like Mav or Ian, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
So
New players, like, they're just gonna die anyway, in my opinion.
I'll make a quick comment about Rob's formal because some people seem to think it was the exact same. I thought he was more
No,
assertive.
his formal
this time.
wasn't the same. This day
You didn't
when
vote
he
on
was
his
talking,
formal though, Rolo, did you?
No, that's why I'm saying I thought he was more
Yeah.
assertive than last game. I thought
formal
he was
Rolo.
more
today
I
when he
formal Mav.
formal Mav.
Formal Rob
Second
Alloy
Mav.
and Mav.
Second map.
There's a formal Maeve lost accusation.
Damn,
All right, so Mavlos, I'm taking control of this formal because despite what's going on today, I do think you are scum, but I also have it within me to evaluate your formal. If you are town, show it here. You're not going to die. If that is the case, go ahead.
What kind of pressure is that?
Sorry, real quick, Rolo, did you vote on Mavlos yesterday?
It's new player pressure, Poe.
Mav, you're dead. But go ahead and leave your legacy.
Rolo, yes,
Okay.
did.
I mean, as far as being more vocal in the helping solve the game, I mean, I'm still new, kind of shy, anyways. Siggy can attest. Yes, not yesterday, 2 days ago. I mean, I said I was really fucking nervous when we rolled Mafia together.
So if
I
you
mean-
knew that this formal was coming, I mean, you knew this formal was coming.
Yeah,
Why
absolutely.
didn't you speak up all day?
Well, I mean,
Literally had the whole day to interject, to say what you thought about anything. Why have you just sat back?
I mean, I sat back.
Grinchy, you say the same thing about CBB, though. You've not done anything with it.
I'm saying this about Mav now.
I mean, if I felt like I could contribute something that would change your mind, I would have. But I mean, I
Okay,
didn't.
what are your reads, man?
I don't even know. I mean, like I said, Rob, he gave a completely different formal yesterday than he did the last game. So I'd say he's town. So far, I've liked Niltak. Kind of iffy about Siggy. I mean, he did a lot the last game, but he didn't do much day one. He's been a little more vocal today, but I don't know. It's not enough to really make me think town or anything. Ian's been pretty quiet. Like I said, I can't read Pope.
Why did you vote on Zest?
Zesta? I mean, honestly, I just vote on him. It was why not?
Well, I mean, he was town.
Was he town?
I mean, there was 2 KP.
What do you mean, was he town? It's confirmed he is town.
Oh, that's pretty town.
I mean, are you coming out with a difference check that says it's town? Or?
Two people died in the night.
Two people died, dude.
Two people died in the night. That's why we know there's at
That's
least 3
pretty
Mafia.
dirty.
2 people died. Does that mean like the Vigi
Okay.
didn't
That
shoot?
means-
Did you say the Vigi died?
That means
Well,
there's no
unless the
Mafia
Vigi
dead.
shot and died.
What is going
and there was a
on?
medic save.
Why was the
There's
Vigi
a lot
down?
of
Vigi doesn't
crazy
have to
stuff
claim
has to
right
happen.
now.
Dude,
The
no,
Vigi
he's
doesn't
telling
have
you
to-
that he's telling you that
What is
there has to be a miss there because there's 2 KP in the night.
How do we know that 5 and Fletch are not a Mafia?
You're
Dude,
just
I
trolling
love
now.
this guy.
You're
Okay,
just
by the way,
trolling
he's
now.
definitely dumb telling on purpose, so we should definitely probably still vote.
Dumb telling? Okay.
So
Do you
Mav
know-
lost.
Who do you want to lynch anybody? You just call everybody town again. Like
No, I
you
mean,
have
I
to have
said
something.
Pope is kind of iffy. I mean, I don't have a good read on him. Ian,
Mav, I just want to say, Mav, I would have
Yeah.
believed your dumb tell if you didn't bring up Fletch in
Yeah,
5.
so would have I.
I will
I don't
say
think
to you,
I
Matt, if you're
actually don't
All
even.
right, all right, let him go. Let
I
him
can't
go.
even tell if he's actually.
give him his
know
reads.
do you know what dumb tell means, Mav?
I mean, based on what Siggy did earlier, I mean, I assume.
It means when you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can guess what
Let's
it
just
means.
roll the dice, dude.
Eh,
I don't even know what's happening.
What are your
Well,
other reads? Matt,
like I
just
said,
ignore them.
Ian, he's been kind of quiet.
Who are your
it's just
strong
iffy.
Mafia?
Triple
Strong
Milo,
Mafia.
boys.
Mav, do you? I don't really want to say this, but I'm going to have to. If you're PR, you should probably claim it. I'm not kidding. Like, if you're actually PR, cop, medic, Vigi, you should claim it.
I don't know.
Like,
Your
I'm set
formal
back.
is not
You
going
know what? I'm set back not just by Mav in this formal, but by the rest of the Zoom. What is everybody doing?
Are you PR or not?
Are you PR? Time's up. Push or rescind.
Push.
10 seconds for Mave Lost only.
My legacy, I would say I would look at Ian, CPB, and Pope. I don't know. They've just been kind of scummy to me. Do what you're gonna do.
With 10 alive, it takes 6 to send Mave Lost to night chat. If you wish to do that, place your vote by putting your hand to the camera now. In 3, 2, 1, vote.
Oh, fuck.
Mave Lost has died. Go to sleep, everyone. I didn't mean to turn my video off. I've got polos. I'm guessing you don't have these in the States. Oh, the packaging's come off.
Are those basically lifesavers?
Don't know, polo. The mint with the whole spearmint flavor because I'm
Okay, they're spearmint flavored lifesavers. Got it.
Yeah, I'm a pussy, man. Yeah, mints with holes. Polos. Oh, my chair is getting really creaky. It's only a matter of time before this thing just falls apart completely on me. It's gonna be, fun. Fun is not the right word to use, of course. I might open my window again. It's heating up. It's so warm this morning when the sun first came out. Well, it didn't come out when the sun first rose from its. I mean, we all know the sun doesn't rise, but we still say it. Yeah, I need to get a new chair, but because I'm moving, I mean, so I had a pretty crazy day yesterday. I went and gave a speech somewhere, and then I had a meeting somewhere else, and lots of things, decisions got made, or decisions are going to be made. So I'm probably going to be moving real soon. I'm finally starting my re-entry into education, which is going to be fun. See how that goes. Squeaky, squeaky. Oh, that's my bear. It's huge when I'm the only one on the screen. It's not actually my bear. You moving isn't going to interfere with D&D, is it? Probably. Like, me moving will probably interfere with a lot. All right, town, wake up. 9. Excellent. Oh, I've got to clear the timers. Such a scrub. Okay. In the night, Gorinsky, you die. Your day begins.
Pope, okay, Pope, tell me when you...
Why is Siggy alive?
Because I'm Mafia. Pope, tell me when you ever, as town, say what you said yesterday during his formal of, let's
I
just
got
roll
some
the
delicious info, by the way.
dice. Are you the cop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo!
Night 0, Gorinsky. Night 1, Rob, same. Night 2, Pope, different.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. When did Pope, tell me
Pope's
when you,
red, and
as
there's
town,
probably 3
ever...
alive.
You're muted.
Hold on. You're hard claiming that, Rolo?
Yes.
Hard claim vigilante. Haven't shot yet.
Don't care.
fucking
Don't
way.
care. We'll
No
kill him.
fucking
We're
way.
killing Pope.
I formal Pope.
I second Pope.
What are you doing?
Wait.
Siggy, you
I
can't
understand.
actually be
I
serious.
He's not Vigi.
I
Okay,
understand.
listen,
There's 3
listen.
alive.
Wait, why? Okay,
I
so
understand, I understand.
number one.
So okay. We're killing between Rolo and Pope like almost every
No,
time here.
no,
'cause
we're
there's
not.
one confirmed
No,
between the two, right?
Okay, listen, shut up. No, we're not. Because listen, I am the vigilante and I haven't shot yet, and Rolo is now trying to claim a red check on me,
Yes,
essentially.
Pope, but this is also the play. Admit, you'd claim Vigi here because it's the play you'd make with 8 alive. Because if you don't die, you can win
Okay,
the
just
game.
pause for a second. I'm gonna talk. Everyone, stop. I'm gonna talk.
Fuck
I'll
me.
give everyone peace of mind. So day 1, whenever Duke made the claim that there was one between me, Siggy, and Ian, I bet him $100 cash that there wasn't, knowing I was the vigilante and that I know Siggy is innocent child, and I was just riding on the fact that I didn't think Ian was Mafia. Okay, so that happens. Also,
That was an actual bet you made.
yeah, actual bet I made with Duke, who is in hindsight town, which is kind of funny. So wait, say your checks one more time.
I CC Vigi.
Night 0, Gorinsky.
You CC Vigi?
I
Wait,
CC Vigi.
are you actually CCing Vigi?
What?
Obviously, I'm not CCing
Oh my God,
Vigi,
I was gonna
but
lose my
I know you're not the Vigi.
I was gonna lose my mind.
I'll get my checks again.
This is Mafia.
You know that if he CCs Vigi, we just sleep and we don't lose, right? If he would have
Because-
actually
yeah,
CC'd
because then the
Vigi,
real
we would have
Vigi
shot
shoots
each.
each other.
We
Then the
would have
real
shot
Vigi
each other.
shoots
Yeah.
So
That's why he
exactly.
can't do that, because he knows
Yeah.
if I'm real, he's just throwing the game. Do you not understand what just happened? If Ian is actually Mafia, he knows he couldn't do that.
Pope, you realize if I was Mafia, I would have thought.
Rolo, who do you think are his
like,
partners?
jokingly claimed it.
CPB +1. I don't really know. It could be Pat. It could be.
You don't
two
think-
for two,
No.
wrong.
Okay, so wait.
So if he's
so
making this
CBB,
play,
you
he has
should
to-
think
there
I'm
has
with
to be
Mav.
3 alive.
Oh, by the way.
3 alive. If
I don't
Rolo-
There is
Either
100%
PR
3 alive.
claim.
You
Oh my
knew-
God,
there,
dude.
there definitely
You
is
knew
3
there were 3
then.
alive the moment Rolo and Rob both voted on him, which is why I made the sound of distraught after the vote went through, by the way, because it was ridiculous that I voted with all of the fucking scumlords,
So why
aka
did you vote?
Rob and Rolo. Well, his formal was really bad, and the things he was saying was so dumb. It was like he mixed like trolling with dumb telling, and like tried to use dumb telling as a weapon for a part of it, but I think he was actually dumb telling for a little bit of it. Like, but I think he
So
was.
then, what's the team then, Pope? In your world?
Okay, you know it's Rob and Rolo now, which isn't a surprise, Pat. You should have known it was Rob from the beginning. Like the fact that
I'm still down. That's why.
by the way,
Mafia.
by the way, Pat, you know
So-
whenever
Who's
I
the
talk to
third?
you.
Who's the third? Who's the third? Then?
Okay, I don't know. It could be Ian. It could be CPB. I don't think it's
I'll have a
Niltex.
talk whenever
You-
people want to hear from me.
No one wants to hear from you. You're just fake. If you also
Okay,
wait, hold
Rolo.
on.
Okay,
hold on.
I have formal. Pope's Mafia. Pope, why would we not want to hear
Pause.
from the real cops?
Siggy, I swear to
Even
God.
if it's fake, even if
Siggy.
it's fake, why do we not want to hear from
Siggy,
him?
stop talking. Siggy, if you're down, you're just throwing the game again.
Pope.
No.
Okay, you're doing what you do as
And
Mafia right now.
Rolo talk, you're going to
Siggy,
die.
I know
You're
my
all
army is down in this game.
I'm trying to
This is
figure out
Mafia.
between the
A
two of
Rose
you,
fight.
and you're not actually
Do you not
helping.
understand that he had a same yesterday, quote unquote, and didn't out it with grin? He could have given us the
but
fact
when,
that.
when push came to shove, I explained why not to formal Rob, and we went on someone else.
Also, whenever I formaled Rolo yesterday, and now he's coming out
And
with the red check.
Gorinsky-
You noticed whenever I formaled Rolo,
You formaled me, and Mav got
and there was like
formaled by
12
3 or 4 other people.
Right, there was like 12 like seconds and formals onto Mav. Mav, who's now confirmed town, like kind of.
Pope, you realize the problem here is that, like, from my
Why did you
perspective, I
check the
think if
people you
Rolo's
checked,
Mafia,
Rolo?
Okay, so
he just
I
takes the
landed
red on someone
Gorinsky
like
is
I
someone.
don't want to lynch you.
Gorinsky is
I
someone I
formal
landed on
Rolo
night
yesterday.
0 because I think he's like a perfect check in this kind of game. He usually lives like pretty long in games. He's someone
Yeah.
who
Okay.
sometimes I have a really good read on him, sometimes like I don't. I think this game he happened to be townier than he normally is. So what, Pope? What do you want to ask?
What was
No,
the
I'm
third?
just-
What was
I'm
the
trying
order
to
of the
figure
checks?
out-
What was
And
the
I
order
checked-
of the checks?
Yeah,
Rolo,
night 0 Gorinsky.
you shouldn't be talking to Pope at all.
Night 0 Gorinsky. Go ahead.
You're
Night
the
1.
actual cop. Just
Yeah,
ignore
I am
Pope.
the actual cop. Night 1 was Rob. Like I thought his vote
Had 3
enough
people in
logic
it?
Yeah, but there's enough in it that I feel like it's an important check for the rest of the game because people are going to be questioning him like pretty much till the end of the game. He's only going to talk when he's under formal, and there's enough people who like I think his formal was different.
He had
Like, I
3
thought the
votes,
benefit-
and you thought that
Yeah,
was a
I had-
better check than Mav, who had a split vote?
Yeah. Well, I feel like Mav was going to die no matter what, whereas I felt like Rob like is a more important check.
Also,
I
if,
could have gone.
look
I
at the
debated
Zesta
between-
vote now.
Look, I
Also,
basically debated between Ian, Rob, and Mav for my night
look
one
at the
check.
Zesta vote
And
again
I felt like
now.
it was more
It
important to
has
check
like
Rob.
all the Mafia team in it.
I felt like it was more important to check Rob because there was like
It's
more
really
of a
easy as
town.
Mafia to not vote there. You know that,
Pope,
Pope.
I'm pretty sure Pope's dying today.
There was more of like a split
I still wanna
opinion
hear
on
from
Rob
him.
than there was on Mav. People
Siggy,
were
why
just
do you
like,
think
yeah,
I'm Mafia?
whatever.
Why do you think I'm Mafia over Rolo? Ever?
CPB, you're unusually
I think
quiet.
you've done a few
Who do you
things that
believe?
are like
Who do you
very
believe?
Mafia indicative of your alignment, saying
I
things
don't-
like "Stop talking, Siggy." If you want, what you're doing is like
I'm
destroying
having
town.
on
Things like that, like
When
comments
was
like that. I
Siggy,
read
when
as
was the last
highly
time
Mafia.
you? Okay, no. I'll say this. You generally read me decently, but I'm trying to think that if there's a way mechanically that I can shoot and we can like because I don't even know how to explain
Well, but
this. Like,
you see that can't work if there's
yeah,
three alive
I know,
today,
right.
so-
Okay. Oh my god, I was gonna shoot Rolo or Rob last night, and then I was like, I don't need to.
I have an interesting. Okay, Rolo.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? You have 8 minutes left. What do you think about finding someone who you think is more than likely Pope's partner? Because it's a world of 3, correct?
Yeah, I mean,
And
yeah.
it's like, and
it's a
you
bad
think
idea.
I'm Inno Child and Niltak's pretty towny and Rob
I
has a
don't
green
think I
check.
wouldn't describe you as Inno Child, but I would never lynch you today.
Sure, and you think Rob Owl you have
So
Rob
then
Owl
who-
as a green
then who
check
would
and
you lynch
Niltak
other
is
than-
probably
who is-
town?
Who is Pope's other partner?
I'm just.
Okay, so
Why is
I-
Rolo
I-
town to you, Siggy? Why is
I would
Rolo
like
town
to
to you?
add
So
this-
let's kill Ian, CPB, or Pat, whoever you think is the most Mafia.
I would
Let
like-
Pope try and prove if
Ian,
there's 2 KP.
counterclaim.
If
I
Pope,
was
Can everybody
like-
stop? Can everybody
I would
stop?
like to add this.
Pope,
Now,
Rolo,
evaluate.
why did you check Pope?
I thought. I mean, just he's the check we need if there's 3 alive. Like
What?
if Mav's a miss.
That's like the worst.
He's
No,
saying he
no,
checked
no.
Rob second because
You guys are never gonna
logic.
lynch him
What?
if there's
How
3
is there
alive.
any logic in the Rob
Yeah,
check?
I know, but that's the point. Why would you check?
Do you guys
someone
think
that you're
Rolo is this bad?
definitely not
Do you guys
going to
actually
check?
think Rolo would check Rob second?
No.
All right, I'm gonna
Listen,
give.
Pope is
We're
like one of the
all-
hardest people to fight against
And most likely
in a
Right,
Right,
so
three.
if he's different, I need to check him red, so you guys will lynch him.
All right.
Otherwise, we're just gonna lose.
So wait,
Even if there's
Rolo.
3 alive and we get his partners, like you
Rolo,
guys aren't
can I
gonna lynch
talk
him.
to you?
So who are his partners, Rolo?
Yeah,
I
but
think
if you came out with,
never-
if you'd have came out
One-
with 3 green checks, that would have been good too. I don't
You
understand
guys
your
Are
logic
you gonna
there.
come up green? Like I wasn't positive I was gonna get red.
if we miss
All right,
today,
I don't
if we miss
I don't know
today,
if
it
you
doesn't
are
even
ever
matter.
gonna
We lose.
Ever.
If there's
For
3,
fuck's sake.
by the way, there's actually no confirmation that there is 3 alive. He, in theory, could have been a hit, right? They could have buzzed because thinking he was gonna die. But
They always double stack there regardless.
if we miss
There's
today
no allowed.
at all, we lose. Even with my shot, it won't keep us in the game because they'll still have 2 KP if we miss. So
Your
even if I
point of
shoot
view, they're
right,
going for the
that
win,
goes down the
Pope.
phone.
I know that's what I'm
They
saying.
have to
If we miss lynch today, we
so-
lose.
See, the problem
But-
with you,
but-
So then,
I know my alignment is town.
Okay.
So
okay, cool. But if we
why-
lynch
why in the
right,
world
if we
would
lynch
Rolo-
right, then we can.
I
then
know,
we
I
get
know,
2.
I
You
am
don't
down.
actually have to
Okay,
logic.
okay.
You just
Green
shut the
check will
fuck
be a-
up
I wanna
and
give-
let
okay,
Pope
I wanna
go
give-
talk.
hold on.
I need to hear Rolo give his reads on who Pope's partners could be because this is a believable thing that he could be doing here. So I don't know if he can't give like a team of 3
No,
that
I
he's
think
going for the
CP
win here.
I think
That he's going for
CPB's
the win here with the fake claim Bigi.
Does
So
anybody?
then, like,
why does
how would
anybody
he do
think my
this?
claim is fake?
Yeah,
I
what-
snap
No,
claim.
I put the-
no,
I
I
put
said
together
it's
all
possible.
3.
I said it's possible.
Rolo, you can look
Holy
elsewhere.
shit, man.
Rolo was very scummy yesterday, so
Okay,
that's why I want to
Niltak
hear
might have
his
just
thing.
been pocketing me yesterday. Like he doesn't seem Mafia to me. So I mean, Niltak and Pope could be together. together.
Rolo, why did you vote on Zesta?
Are you serious? The way Pope's been
RNG1,
pushing you
like,
on me?
RNG1, of course, yeah. Rob, why did you vote on Zesta?
Niltak's probably town, regardless
So
of which
what's
world
the
is real.
team?
No,
What?
why'd you vote on Zesta, Rob?
He can't list the
It's
team.
Reed's on Rob on me.
Pope was
It's
not
Rob.
pushing
on
on
me.
me
He voted
that
on
hard.
Maverick.
Pope's done this as Mafia.
So
like,
I'll
so
also
many
say
times,
this.
by the way.
I'll say one other thing.
Keep your hand down on
Rob,
RNG1 on
Rob
a town and then
could
use
be
it later
town.
in the game.
Rob could actually be town because if Rob is town, it would be easy to pin me and Rob against each other because we already are going at each other's throat. Like that's an easy play for Rolo to make as Mafia to put town Rob against Pope town.
How do you like this one? I feel like everything you're saying is perfectly pushing an agenda for the Mafia alignment.
I actually don't give a fuck what you say. You're playing so bad. It's like you think you're a god, Siggy.
Alright.
You think
Alright,
you know
guys,
how to
can I
read me.
can I
You
say
think you
something?
can, but you just can't, bro. Like you
I
just
wanna-
can't.
Okay,
You need
If
to.
you don't have any,
Okay,
you
Rolo,
don't
we
have
get
any
it.
constructive fucking
We need to
criticism
talk
for
about
either one of
Shut
them.
up,
Shut the
dude.
fuck
Okay,
up.
I want to hear Ian, Pat, and CPB real
I
quick.
would
Give
like
like
to say something
20
that happened
seconds on
day
who you
one.
believe real
Holy
quick.
shit.
Okay,
Ian,
so
go ahead.
so during day one, after the guarantee vote on Mav, I started to push on CPB. At which point Pope added, "I don't think CPB is the kill today." And at that point, I think several others who were also kind of on board with killing CPB at the time also stopped pushing on him.
Yeah.
And someone ended up going on Zesta instead. So I want to say, if Pope's Mafia, probably look at CPB as being his most likely teammate.
But
That's
I'm
why I
not
want-
Mafia. But that is an accurate conclusion. That me and CPB are probably teammates. That is accurate. I did defend him day one
Okay,
off of
Ian,
very
do you
little.
believe Rolo or Pope, and why?
Siggy, if you're Mafia, dude, you're
To be
such a
honest,
scumbag.
I am believing
Yeah.
Rolo, but a lot of that is because I think that if Pope is real, I think that game's just too hard to win because.
All right,
just-
Pat, do you believe
So
Pope or Rolo, and why?
I think that Rolo was very scummy yesterday, but the fact that he can't give a world of 3 here, like he has to at least he can't even give 2.
I did give 2. I said Pope's probably with CPB. I
Also,
don't
you think
plus
me as
one.
Mafia,
You
my
said-
first
you
two,
said Niltek.
you think my first two kills
I
are
said
fucking
Pope
Noah?
CPB, who do you believe, Pat or Rolo, and why?
But here's the thing,
I'm just gonna keep talking. You
No,
guys
let
don't
me
shut the
talk.
fuck up.
I
Who
am
here
giving my-
wants to defend Pope?
I
Because it
want to
looks
say
like
that
you guys are all
I'm
bearing
implying-
Pope.
that's not what I'm saying because
And
I
there's
think
3
that
alive.
I'm evaluating the claims.
Pope specifically
No, you're
saying
not. Shut the
vigilante
fuck up.
though
I'm
is
not.
if he would have said
Like,
if
you
he
were
would
just
have
burying
his
Pope
balls.
2 seconds
also been
ago.
cop, I would have believed it more actually. But
What?
the fact that he says vigilante
Multiple
because in
days.
a game where I was mafia
Yes,
with
It's
him,
still like
knows
considering
crazy
you're
after
burying
all comes a
someone.
red check on him.
He got red checked,
So-
and it's likely the
CBB,
vigilante's dead.
Do you want to defend Pope?
No, obviously that it's like
I'm
that
trying to
there's-
decide if
I understand
Pope is
where you're
actually
coming
on
from.
straight
CBB,
line.
Don't
CBB,
you-
CBB.
I'm leaning toward
Alright.
So
believing
Niltak, you
Rolo,
cut me
but
off while I was doing my
Pope
thing.
can
Come on, dude.
easily be-
CPB,
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
believe Rolo or Pope,
I don't
and
want
why?
to hear.
I'm-
I don't want to hear
I don't
both of those. I just
believe-
want to hear if you want to defend Pope.
I
No,
don't
no one's defending
really
me.
defend either of their claims. I don't know who to believe. I am more inclined to believe Pope at this point in time.
Why?
CPB, based God. Finally.
Why?
I'm,
Explain why.
It's just it's the way he pushed. He also no voted. The way he's been playing this game. I think
No voted on who?
Zesta.
Zesta.
Can I ask you a question real quick
I
before?
swear to God, if we lose the game, because
look at the Mav vote day one. Who was in that vote? The Mav vote day one.
yeah, it's me, Pat, Gorinsky, Zesta, and CPB.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thoughts?
Why do
Well,
you care
I
about
mean,
his
Why
thoughts?
does that
In
matter?
theory,
Because-
right? It's a lot of
what's-
town. It's a lot of town, right?
He's gonna drop. Yeah. Okay.
So
go ahead.
plus CPB and you.
I think
So
Rolo can actually
CP
be fake here.
CPB
want-
might actually be his partner. I'm not sure. The fact that
I'm
there's
super
two.
paranoid right now.
You shouldn't be paranoid. I actually just want you guys to trust me. Like, you
No
should
matter
see
what
that.
names I said in that, Pope was gonna construct some kind of reason.
Okay,
why-
Rolo, can I? So
God,
based,
fuck me.
just chill
When
out.
you
Can,
check Pope.
just chill out. Everyone, just relax. This
will
is
never live
Niltak, it's
otherwise.
not as
Can
hard
you
as
guys
you're
just
making it out to be.
pump the brakes for a second? Listen.
Yeah.
So day
Thinking,
one.
how many games have you thrown?
Just shut up, Niltak. You talked all fucking game, dude. Just relax. So look at the
I'm
day.
the only one defending you.
Look at the day one vote on Mav. We know he's probably town because me and Rolo both voted, right? So you know there's a mafia between me and Rolo, right? So you know Mav is probably a miss. Also, Rolo doesn't claim here unless he has a full team of 3. So with the fact that you know he's town, you should go back to the day one vote, which is a 5 to 6 person vote. I actually don't even have it down or anything, and you should know that there's mafia in there. And also, if it's a 6-person vote, in theory, I could have hammered, but I don't even care about that. You should know that he's town, and Mafia voted on him day one. So look at the.
So then CPB and
Yes,
who else?
so CPB could be Mafia, which it's actually probably more likely now, and Rolo. The third one didn't vote. So Zesta's town, Gorinsky's town. Wait, no, hold on. Who
second Pope?
Formal
okay,
CPB.
This is fine.
I think CPB is actually the best one.
You shouldn't give Pope the first one, but okay.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
all right,
Robin,
go ahead. You want to follow me first?
No,
CPB's in every world. CPB's in both.
We have to kill Pope.
You don't want to do that.
CPB's in both
Also,
worlds.
Second Rolo.
The Mafia will snap and get
There's a formal on Rolo accusation.
did you say you don't want to give me the first one because you know I'd get immunity?
You have to die today.
I want to hear more from Rolo.
Nail tech. The
you are
Mafia
very.
is going to snap
Hey,
and
it's an
guarantee. You have to decide
accusation.
now.
Shut the fuck up. All right, 1 minute. I want to talk. Rolo. I'm kind of scared about you. This actually feels more of Pope's town play than you, but I want to hear you talk. If you're in a group of 3, I think Ian, Rob is pretty on board with you already. Siggy seems at least like he's considering, even though he's playing on the Mafia side, by getting everyone to say exactly how they align and why.
Siggy's town, and if Siggy votes wrong, we
I'd
lose.
rather
So.
just hear Rolo talk for at least a little bit.
Okay. I think first off, what Ian said about Pope and CPB being linked, I think is probably accurate. I think I'm having trouble putting Pope with a team that doesn't include CPB. Just looking at the votes.
Talk about the Mafia and the Mav vote. Day
So
one.
then why doesn't
CPB might be the only one in there? That would make sense to me because there was some people that kind of started to. There were some people that kind of started to like pre-vote on him. I think you made a comment. You basically pre-voted Pope. You made a comment about like if this is only your first or second week, like you're responding well. So
why would I do that if I were Mafia? You think I'm just trying to pocket him?
Rolo,
maybe.
Rolo,
Or
I think you should ignore Pope and just give your strain of thought,
Okay.
whatever.
I have a serious question.
Yep.
It's pretty much what Siggy's saying. Like, why, when you red check and you think that he is
Okay,
guaranteed
no.
Mafia, why the fuck are you listening to him so much?
I'll answer that question
every
for you,
single
Rolo,
question
because
so
good
far.
good players will just present logic regardless of the alignment. That's just the way people play
But
it.
if he's Mafia, he's
doesn't matter. If
picking up
Pope is
points
Yeah, but for me to
show
convince
that
you
you're
guys
not-
that
What about a team of Siggy,
for me to
Rolo,
convince you guys that
CPB?
he's
What about
Mafia,
that?
I have to let him
What about
talk.
that?
I have to let him try and
Siggy
present his
Rolo
logic,
could be a team.
Miltech.
If you
Miltech,
also
it's
if you
important
lynch
that
what you're saying
Rolo,
is bad, Miltech.
if you lynch
Miltech,
Rolo,
it's
we win the
important that
game.
you understand that comment. By the way, I need
I
Pope
become confirmed.
to talk. I need Pope to talk as much as possible. So
I
you guys
agree.
can
Saying
see
that
we should lynch
because you don't
CPB.
believe me that he's just straight red.
Talk and answering, it's two different things.
Hey, guess what,
I
guys?
don't
Because
know.
I'm
Well,
testing
it's
his
for
logic for the
after
rest of
game
you. It's not
talk,
for my
apparently.
benefit. It's for yours.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
No, I see your point of view, yeah.
Okay. So, just for people that I'm sort of like people haven't talked about, basically.
Did you guys just see that? Did you guys just see that?
What?
Did you see what CPB just did?
Sick claim? He said something like sick claim.
No, he claimed medic. Like, there's no way that
Why do
that
we
he,
care right now?
Because I don't know. I
Okay,
think
Pat,
that
just
CPB
stop
is the lynch
talking.
either
Rolo,
way.
please give
CPB
reads.
is in both worlds.
Okay.
CPB is in both
I
worlds,
think-
and he
I
just
think-
fake claim medic.
Okay, just shut up. I think
Because
Ian is probably town. Like I think him doing the counterclaim Vigi thing, maybe that's a shitty read. I think that if he came into today, I mean, if
Rolo,
he
will you
came
ask
into today
CPB
with
his
3
saves?
Huh?
Rolo, CPB is hard claiming medic. Will you ask him his saves?
Sure. CPB, what are your saves?
I save Mav, Night Zero, throw away the save. Then I save Niltac, and I won't say last nights.
I'm pretty
Why
sure you
Mav?
just left out a knight.
He this game's like actually.
Did he
I
not just
think
leave
that
out a
it's
knight?
CPB. We just lynched CPB today. We just lynched CPB
I
today
mean,
because he's in
I
both
would
worlds.
rather-
And then
I
let
mean,
Pope,
No.
I know
let Pope
Pope's
prove
red,
himself
so
if he's actually
whatever.
town. And then if Pope's town, we just kill Rolo
He didn't
tomorrow.
leave out a night. There's
What?
3
No,
checks.
we're not killing Rolo tomorrow because I'm shooting him in the night. You won't even get the chance to lynch him
Okay, that's
unless
fine.
you lynch
Well,
him
the
now.
game's over if either one of them have groups of 3.
But
Right, you-
CPB is in both worlds.
Okay,
But
anyway, let me
CPB
get back
is
to
in
my
both
read on
worlds.
Ian.
Or he's medic.
I did not.
Oh my god.
That's
dude.
also
I don't
a
think he
possibility,
is.
Pat.
Whoever's
But
town-
he's
Okay, but
just
there's
saying
3
that-
alive.
he's
Miltech
just
and I
saying
are
that
pretty much
because
confirmed
so
town,
long
so
Rolo's
it's
formal.
50-50
We're
to
actually
hit
picking
either
right
way.
now.
Pat,
Why-
and
why-
then Ian
okay.
or CPB? Ian or
Wait,
CPB?
Rolo.
Ziggy, why do
It's
you
up
think
to you.
Miltech's confirmed town if there's 3 alive?
Niltech's town.
My only person I trust
Alright.
is Bob Alloy, but Pope, so take that for you, Will.
If that's
It's
true,
a,
then
it's a
you've
personal
lost.
read, and I mean, after just defending Halo last game, I'll feel pretty
Do you
shitty
not
if it happened
understand that I'm
twice in a
actually
row,
the
but-
vigilante?
I think
Ian?
Siggy, if you're Mafia, like whatever. I'm just sort of over it.
How sick was that dumb tell?
Oh, wow.
I really haven't had any reason to tell you since then, like that, and it's like. Whatever. You guys have.
What
to
do you
lynch Pope
mean?
today.
I mean,
like, if there's
okay,
any other questions in these last 10 seconds,
Rolo,
would you be opposed
I've been
to
like
killing
on your
CPB?
side. How about that?
Huh? Yes, I would. Because Pope's red.
Second Pope.
Second Pope.
Hold on, it's just wait for the
Who
fucking
just snapped
game.
me? Was that Ian? Was that Ian?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Pope, I will say this.
Accusation, please.
Why were you
okay,
waiting for the
Pope,
rescind or the push?
Yes, I was waiting for the rescind to nominate because I was afraid for the
Oh
entire
my
4
God.
minutes. I was afraid that Niltech might be Mafia, planning to rescind and snap fumble somebody.
Rolo,
Obviously,
if you're
that wasn't the case when he
Mafia,
didn't snap fumble someone, but
your
we
team
cannot.
just fucked you
We
hard.
cannot not snap fumble somebody and guaranteed when there are 3 Mafia live. I hope you guys realize that. I'm doing this.
Only
as
you realize that. Only you realize that. Because you're scummy.
My accusation against you, Pope, is that you
accusation's over. Shut your mouth. Accusation's over. Stop talking,
know
please.
that you're Vigi. That's unfair expectation. You would never have that if you're the real Vigi, based on your play.
Ian, Ian, I don't know your alignment. But I just have to think you are Mafia based on the fact that you just snapped that. The moment it got rescinded, you were ready to snap it because you knew you. I'm gonna push a really fucking crazy world too. I just pray that you don't vote on me. If we sleep, we can still win the game. Do you not understand? I know that's like ludicrous to say, but if we sleep, I confirm my shot. They hit 2 people. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. God damn it. I'm sorry. 2 people. Oh yeah, no, that is right. No, yeah. If we sleep, they'll have to kill 2 people, and I'll get to shoot a Mafia. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? If we sleep, okay. I'm sorry.
We're not sleeping.
I have to.
But
I
if
have
you're
to say that.
Mafia World of
If it
3,
does
we
happen,
already lost.
Okay, so I'm trying to play out CPB's
And
medic
prove-
claim as well.
No
CPB
Mafia.
That's what everybody should really be thinking about.
CPB
Because
medic claimed for no
You
reason.
would
Also,
just shoot Rolo.
Yeah, I would shoot Rolo, and the game would
Because-
continue. Do you know?
No.
Because he really thought he
Do
was
you
gonna
understand?
die.
If two people would die in the night, they would have to kill me. Do you
Pope,
not
can you
understand?
talk about Mavlost and like why?
Okay,
like,
hold on. I'm gonna talk. Oh yeah, Mavlot. What? No, what,
Bro,
dude?
just wins.
look it. Let's talk about CPB's claim.
He went for the win.
He claimed medic for no reason because there was a slight bit of pressure on him. Also, he claimed his. I think he actually forgot a night. Did he not? He said his saves. He saved Mav. He said he saved Mav. He threw away his night 0, right? But there was no night 0. There was no night 0 save.
But if they're giving away,
That's a ghost.
Yeah, there's 2 ghosts.
There's
So-
still a
I
save.
said I threw away the save.
What? You can't throw away a save. Is that what you're implying?
Actually, no, CPB. You said you saved Mav night 0, and then you threw away your save night 1.
Why are you hung up
Also-
on this?
Okay, so oh my god.
No,
CPB,
he didn't, Ian.
If CPB is actually the medic, we're just like so boned.
No.
Okay, Pat, I think your town. Siggy, I think you are like basically innocent child still, and I don't.
Why can't Siggy be Mafia?
He wanted to do that stupid fucking shit at the beginning. By the way,
I
if
mean,
I was
but,
Mafia,
like,
I wouldn't
if
let
that's
it
the only
ride.
thing you're
Be
reading
quiet,
him
Pat.
for, like-
Pat, just chill, dude. I just need to like.
Did I fuck up?
Do you
Siggy?
not understand? Like, if I also wouldn't continue to harp on it if I were Mafia. I would actually say, you know what, maybe I should reevaluate. But the matter of the fact is, a dumb tell's a dumb tell, and you have to take it at face value. He didn't even know the night kills or who was in the game, so you have to read him down. You
Siggy, have you
cannot
played
read him
with-
any other way, by the way. Okay, so, oh my god, so
Siggy, have you played with Ian?
CPB.
I'm not gonna claim to have a good read
I
on
want to
him.
just like OGI CPB into medic. Like I want him to talk about his conversation with Colin night 0, but I know that's like so bush league.
It is.
So I'll not do that. I didn't feel like I ever needed to claim Vigi, nor did I feel like I ever needed to shoot. Also, if I shot last night and they split, it would have lost us the game. That's why I didn't shoot. You could say I Noah was my #1 scum going into day 2, and then he died in the night.
Why do you not shoot like night 1?
I don't know. I just didn't feel the need to. I didn't want to claim. I honestly, I probably wouldn't have claimed today either.
Siggy, who's Pope's partner?
I would have just pushed to get Rolo or
CP,
Roblin.
CPB Pat.
I am.
Probably
Is anybody
not
gonna
Rob,
ask me? You should know. You should see. But just chill. Just chill. Just chill. My logic is sound. My logic is.
Vote here.
Why is everyone talking still? You know that people voted on Mav day one are confirmed Mafia because he's confirmed
Just
town.
time. Push or rescind.
I push.
You don't
10
even have
seconds,
to.
vote.
You don't have to apologize to town because if we sleep, we can still win this game. Do you not understand? You have to lynch roll and lynch Rob. But if you vote on me, we just lose. We just lose. I'm actually the fucking Vigi. I voted perfect. I didn't vote on Zesta. I didn't vote on Mav. I also Mafia
Time and formals up
are in
with
that.
8
not
alive. It'll take 5 to send
Holy
Pope to
shit,
night
if you
chat.
vote
If
on
you
me.
wish to do that, place your hand to the camera and keep it there in 3,
Rolo hasn't done anything.
2, 1, vote.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna have to check that. My apologies. Please bear with me for about a minute.
You better pray.
Please don't talk about the game. Apologies, that was in time. Pope has died. Please go to sleep. And send me night actions and AFKs.
Bow. Beautiful Twitch peoples. I'm sure there's at least one of you out there. Beautiful Twitch peoples. It's a great question, Draga. I have the camera on the side because putting the camera somewhere such as this, let's move it around here so you can get an idea. Not that great. Not a huge fan. Plus, I kind of prefer the profile, you know, like you always get somebody on their good side. I had this thing for a while when I played. I'd keep the camera below me because you get basically it's like with in film when they try to show characters in like a position of power who are, you know, speaking to you with authority, like they'll give you that upwards camera angle. And it's like, you know, they're talking down to you in a sense, but you're also, you know, looking up to them. It's putting you in that physical presence of mind. So I did that for a while. I wasn't really a big fan of it. And then decided, you know, I felt most comfortable putting the camera on the side. It's also, you can't really see. I mean, you can see when there's a slight of head movement, like I have dual monitors, but I feel it's way more easier for people to read my facial reactions when I'm looking between screens when the camera's in front of me. So I also didn't want that to play too much into how people read me. So it's more about not giving away too much information. I also have a girlfriend who lives in my apartment with me, and sometimes when I'd have the camera on top, like you could see the couch behind me, and when she's all sprawled out, like she doesn't want to be on cam. She doesn't care about any of you guys. She hates that I'm on here as much as I am. We all got, I don't feel bad saying this, we all got Duke problems, Niltech.
Wow. I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry, Colin. No, I'm not sorry.
Yeah,
you lucky bastard.
I'm the problem creator, not the.
I can see that I create all the problems, not gonna lie. Because, yeah. Wait, why am I the only one? Had Noah, Duke, Maeve. Where's everybody at?
Sleeping.
No. Hey, Zust. Thanks, man.
I'm kind of worried I might reveal something, so I'm trying to stay out.
Oh, you're all good. We don't talk about the game in night chat. We can talk about other
What game?
And
what
not
game are we talking about?
The game you lost, sorry. Please play again.
Besides, I'd like to go ahead and point out my name is pronounced Maeve Lost, so
Maeve, yes.
I called you Maeve Lost all but one time.
And we do have a Mav who plays, so yeah, it'd be better
I'm
to,
aware.
I guess, pronounce your name properly.
People are just probably more used to saying Mav because we have someone named Mav.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Who's World's Best Gaming? World Best Gaming? I don't know who that is. Duke. Yeah, I want to see how everything pans out too. Has anybody seen that new Spider-Man movie?
No. And I think
Sure
it's
did. Probably the best movie that the best Spider-Man movie that's been so far. Definitely
Is
up
it?
there with Spider-Man 2, which I thought was quite good. Alfred Molina was fantastic in
Now, which Spider-Man 2? The Amazing Spider-Man 2 or the
no, Spider-Man 2.
So Tobey Maguire, yeah.
Yeah, but it was mainly Alfred Molina that carried that. He was a great Octavius. Yeah, this was really good. I was really surprised by how good Homecoming was. I was expecting it to be not great. Like in the MCU universe, it's one of the more middling, just run-of-the-mill superhero films. It's definitely aimed at a younger audience. I do recommend it. It's one of the ones that are worth your time, I guess.
Yeah.
Not saying anything about the new Spider-Man since I haven't seen it and I can't comment on that. I think it's ridiculous how many times they rebooted the franchise in the last 20 years.
This being the third time through movies.
Yeah. Same with, you look at all the franchise reboots that they did, like you got
Speaking of rebooting.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Oh, thank you, everyone. In the night, CPB, you die. The day begins. Your time is coming.
That's so sick.
Brola.
I'm giving my check now. Yeah.
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 Good. Give it,
Ian's different from Pope.
I have formal sleep.
My second sleep.
Second sleep.
Hold on. What's the vote on?
There is a formal one.
Pope,
Sleep
real quick.
cannot defend itself.
Wait, do this.
Rescind it. Or
Rescind.
we just won't vote. We just won't vote.
It was
fine.
Can I get the vote on Pope?
It's everyone except Bob, Alloy. I voted too late for my vote to
I
count.
know. I have that one.
Wait, did Rob Alloy not vote?
Siggy voted. Rolo voted. I voted. Pat, did you vote?
We shouldn't talk too much, though. We shouldn't talk too much.
I know. I just want to vote.
Okay.
Pat, did you vote?
I voted yes.
So we have 5 votes. Is it?
I fall asleep.
I sleep.
Second sleep.
Second sleep.
If you wish to send sleep to night chat, that doesn't work. Place your hand to the camera in 3, 2, 1. Vote. Good night. Go to sleep. Thank you. Send me night actions and stuff.
So Baby Driver was an amazing movie. Oh,
Baby Driver was so good. I was so
Love
looking
the
forward to
hell
it, if you remember. And I actually went to see it on release.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so much fun. I'm actually thinking about taking a date there to watch it again because I had such a good time. So that
was a great cast. Like every character in that movie is memorable to a degree.
Yeah.
I would say almost the waitress I could give or take. Like I could have
liked her.
She was great. She did fine in the role, but I didn't really take anything from her playing it. Everybody else I thought was stellar. Jamie Foxx, amazing. The kid, Kevin Spacey, always fun to watch. And even the other characters that they had from like
the fringe characters, like the old black guy.
Yeah. And like the other crews, like the Chinese dude, the skinhead, like they all had their quirks, and it was a pretty cool movie. I recommend everybody seeing it. Oh yeah, John Hamm was amazing. No question. It also did something. It took like that sort of action, thriller, adventure, and it turned it on its head a little bit. There were a lot of points, I want to say a lot, but there were good hinge points in the movie where you're expecting something and you kind of get that sucker punch, like, oh, I actually was not expecting that. And it's like a welcome surprise, like something you can really appreciate and take away and go like, wow, they did something different.
And it uses like the gimmick. There's a gimmick in the film, but it uses it in a non-cheesy way. It uses it really well. It's not like prominent, but it's always there, and it's always got a reason for being there. And I really like that as well. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Baby Driver's been one of my favorite films of the past few months.
Yeah, I have not seen Black Mirror. I haven't heard of Black Mirror. Ty Lord, tell me about it. You might get me interested.
Well, you can consider it later.
No!
Go, be dead. Town can wake up. Okay. In the night, Niltak, you die, and the day begins.
It's Siggy and Pat. They're the team.
What's your check?
Siggy's different.
Yeah, there's no like.
I've got 2 greens and a red.
There's no way. There's like okay. So how can you push that world on me? Like you can't do that.
What?
Like,
You Siggy Pope makes perfect sense.
I voted on Pope.
It could
I
be
voted
Pope,
on Pope.
Siggy, and Mav. Why don't you think
A few things. Number one,
Well,
I late hammered. I was the hammering vote on Pope. Number two, with vote logic, you literally can't think Pope is Mafia.
Why?
So okay, you think me and Pat are the team, and me and Pat both
Ian's
voted.
right. It actually could technically be that Mav was a hit, and it's just you and Pope.
Neither Siggy nor Pope voted on Mav day one, guarantee.
Yeah.
Actually, okay.
And they might have busted him. That's
None of this
actually-
matters. None
yeah.
of this matters. I was the one like hard pushing against Pope. Okay.
When I red checked them?
So Siggy, you think Rolo is with
Yes.
Mav, right? And he votes on Mav day one and day two. And so who is his third teammate? Rob
So
Alloy?
Mav lost
I guess
is
Rob
confirmed
Alloy.
a
It could
hit.
be with. I think Rab
Right.
Alloy is probably.
If Mav
in
lost is a
both
confirmed
ways.
hit.
Like, so okay,
It's
so if
obvious that
Rolo
I'm real.
Mafia check like no, but it doesn't make any sense for Rolo to claim that if he's because that he didn't
Right.
win. He doesn't win the game. He would have won already. He would have already won.
Also,
Unless the Mav
if
The
thing is
fact
true.
that Rolo
Unless the
didn't
Mav
die
thing is
means
true.
he's just
Unless
out
the
of
Mav-
Mafia.
No, they had to
Alright.
keep me alive.
This
I gave
might-
you guys 2 greens yesterday.
I will say this. This might be a bad read but I think that if Rolo is Mafia, he has to be with Mav, right? And therefore he comes into today being a lot more aware of the fact that Mav could have been Mafia in this game. So he doesn't just come out and say the team is Siggy Wiggy, Pat, and Pope, right? That might be a
Okay,
bad
I'm just going to talk to Ian and Rob real quick.
yeah,
the time
I mean, I
between
think
of you was going to realize that this is fact. If Rolo is the real cop, he dies every single time and after Final 6.
That's actually not true.
Why?
I mean, I see
I guess not,
see
'cause
what
he
you're
has auto,
saying.
huh?
Because
He knows he knows everybody.
My alignment should be no question. I didn't vote on Pope. For Mafia, I have every reason to vote
Actually, I will say this.
hammer him. So I'm always down, regardless of Rolo's alignment.
If Siggy Wiggy is Mafia, doesn't he just kill Rolo? Because we probably kill Pat and Niltak the next 2 days.
Exactly, and his check is on me. And his check is on me.
I think
okay, the check doesn't come out. All we know is Ian is town, and I just win the game.
Pat and Niltak, but here's the thing, though. Okay, so if he's making that play, if he's making that play with Mav dead as his partner, that makes a lot more sense. Like so. Because why does he come into the day and immediately do
Might
that?
just be Siggy.
Dude, it's crazy that Pope was actually the Vici.
Ian, listen. Ian, listen.
That's the hardest thing to believe about this game.
I was like pretty sure about Niltek yesterday, but I had some hesitation, and Siggy's like, no, Niltek's town. I think in Siggy's mind, it's easier for you guys to second guess me than it would be to lynch Niltek. I think Siggy thought
Rolo, I think you played a pretty good game. I think that Niltak. I think the fact that I realized that Niltak was town yesterday and I wanted to kill outside makes me more town. I guess not really.
I also make you more town, especially if it's Pope and Mav, and you guys just bust.
Not at all. I also didn't vote on Mav lost and down confirmed Mafia.
We do have to vote Volo out no matter what.
It's just Siggy.
Rolo, did you vote on Mav lost both times?
Yes.
Holy shit, dude. That's a hard bus.
Hey, Siggy, please explain your thought process. What was going through your head when you hammered Pope?
What was going through my head? I looked at the votes. I saw it wasn't enough, and I voted.
Right.
Could Ian and Rolo ever be together?
Yes.
Do you think that they
Well,
plays out
it's
yesterday?
pretty.
Snap foameling Pope though?
Yeah, that's another thing too.
That's a world.
Because he doesn't have to be 100% truthful. Obviously, I mean, he could easily just drop his partner in whatever check he wants there.
Ian, did you vote on Mavlock both times?
I only voted on him the second time. Yes.
I think that
you also only voted him the second time. I mean, I think
so. Right, it's Rob Alloy.
It's either Volo and Rob Alloy.
Okay, I'm just gonna appeal to you, Ian. If you're Mafia, Ian, I think you got me beat.
We have to lynch Rolo today. We have to lynch Rolo today.
All you have to think about is why does Rolo live?
Just because he's a cop that's been alive this night,
Siggy, then fuck.
Why does Rolo ever live?
Exactly. Why don't they just kill him after they kill CPB and then Niltek's another question mark?
That's why I'm
also, fuck CPB, dude. Okay, fuck CPB. You literally lost us the game. If Mafia wins this game, let me talk. If Mafia wins this game, CPB literally lost us the game because what happened was if he just doesn't claim, Rolo can't die. Rolo has no excuse for not dying.
That is correct.
So Rolo can't die. If Rolo dies after he checks Ian and me green, so he literally can't die.
So the real question is, how does Rolo win?
Why didn't you think about this?
Okay, so assuming that there's no medic, how does Rolo win the game in final? What was it? In final 8, how does Rolo win the game by cleaning cop?
That was the reason why I believe that I voted on Pope, though, because I couldn't see a reason for him to claim there.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this: if you literally can't think I'm with Pope with all the interactions we had yesterday and how we talked. Think about it that way.
So it's I do think you're with Pope.
What interactions did you have that were so clearing?
And actually, I will dump tell and say I had to ask Colin during the night if Mafia was allowed to bug strategy. So during night 0, so I would say it makes sense.
Dude, Ian's so town. All right, yeah.
Pope told Siggy to do that stupid.
I think I'm gonna lose this game for town, dude.
Who are my partners?
So who do you want to lynch then?
Your partners are Rab Alloy and Mavlost, and I think the fact that you bust Mavlost so hard makes it literally impossible for us to
win. So then let's just kill Rolo.
Why does that? Why would that make sense for us to do that as Mafia?
I agree. The only thing that looks good for it not being Siggy and Pat is that Siggy hammered Pope there.
But I voted on Pope too. But I voted on Pope too.
Be careful with that.
I can never be with Pope there.
No, the reason you could be with Pope, Pat, is because you were the one pushing hardest to hedge by killing CBB. And now we know that if there was
Yeah,
vote of
but
three,
okay,
we would have lost.
but here's what I'm
That
saying though.
FOMO draw,
Okay,
obviously.
that's a fair point because I
Dude,
did.
Pat and I
thought
look so
CPB was in
scummy.
every
How does
was
Town
in
ever
every
win this?
every world. But here's the thing: if I'm Mafia, I'm the only one that caught CPB's medic claim. So like, why would I? If I'm Mafia, I just keep it to myself and I just
That's a
kill
good
him in the
point.
night, and I just kill him in the night. Nobody else saw it but me. So like, you can't ever think I'm Mafia this game.
What if it's Rolo and Pat?
I mean,
Does that make any sense?
No.
No,
I don't think so.
No,
Not based
I don't
on
think
the
I can believe
Because
that.
okay, we did vote on Mav.
Yeah, they both were
Together?
on that.
put on that.
Pat
both
was also.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you're right.
think
That
I
makes
think
sense.
that I think that we just have to kill Rolo today. That's where I want to live.
I would like to
I
give
don't
Bob
wanna do
Alloy
that.
a few minutes here.
Yeah.
Because if Rolo
Okay,
is
Ian, let me
Mafia-
just say one last thing. This is the last thing I'll try and say to try and clear myself. I tried pushing on Rolo on the start of the day, and then Pope formaled Rolo, and I did not second, and instead let the formal go on to map lost. I think
all
That
you-
happened
all you need to
quick.
say Is that you would have
I don't think so.
because you looked at towniest. Of you, Niltek, and Pat, I probably would have died with you. So
Siggy,
I
why
agree.
didn't you
Also,
die?
okay, Ian, this is all I'm gonna say. That dumbtail, dude. How? Okay, that
Don't-
dumbtail was
you
100%
can't-
real. I would
do
not bring this
do
up. I
not
would not
let
bring
him
this
get
up.
away with that
I would
dumb
not
talk.
bring this up
Do
if I
not
didn't
do
really
not
want
let
to
him
win
get
this.
away with
Siggy.
that shit. If he's in
Siggy.
final three, if he's in final
What
three,
What do you mean?
not
Why
let him
didn't
get
you?
away with it.
Everyone's already aware of
Siggy,
it.
why didn't you die over Miltat?
Because Rolo did it to difference check me to try and win.
Because
I don't know. It's
Alright,
the only
Pat,
thing
then
that
let's
makes
just
sense,
go
right?
beating
Rolo.
Niltek Town yesterday.
Ian and
It was
we
his
just have to kill
talk.
Rolo today.
But
You understand
Pat-
that, right?
But
You have
Pat,
to-
Rolo is linked with Rob Alloy this game. So if we can evaluate Rob Alloy and find out his alignment, we'll know what.
I'm down
So,
regardless.
Rob Alloy, please convince us. Like
I didn't vote on Pope. Duh. Have every reason to vote on for Mafia.
not if you are with Rolo and you are with Mav, because then you guys need to kind of distance a little bit.
I just put my hand up. Me and Pope are against each other all game. No reason not to.
So why didn't you put your hand up?
So
I was considering the world that Rolo was fake.
He didn't put his hand up, I think, because I was the
So
one
what made
burying
you
Pope so
consider-
hard that day. I
Okay,
buried Pope
Rob
so
Alloy,
hard
what
that
made you
day.
consider that?
What, the day I red
was
checked
fake?
him?
Yes,
made
the
you
day you
think
red
Rolo was
checked him.
fake?
Rolo, let's be honest. The day you red checked him, who do you think did
but I
more to get
mean,
him lynched? Me or
but I
I'm
you?
mean,
using
if
you
you have
guys
two
for checking
alive-
in night 2. I mean, night 1.
This is an awful point of view to take, but I think this is the line of play I have to take. Who do you think did more to get Pope lynched that day, me or you?
who are you talking to?
He's
Rolo.
talking to Rolo.
I don't know.
I think
red
I
checked
did
him.
more to
red
get
check
Pope
on him.
lynched than Rolo
How
did.
could I have not
And
pushed
now,
it any
looking
more
back-
aggressively than I did?
Oh, Rolo, if you come out with a red check on Pat, I probably just believed you too. So why would you come out with a red check on Siggy?
I mean, that was between the two of them. Like, I thought, I don't know. I could have gone either way. Like, either way, it solved the game for me. So,
So,
Like,
so
I
can
sort
you
of
tell
just-
me if you're a Mafia? Like, it's obvious if you're Mafia, you're easier.
Rolo, the game is solved for you, by the way.
well, do you think Siggy's an easier
already-
than Pat at this stage of the
No,
game?
but I think Siggy looks so good. The fact that he hammers Pope there.
But
And
you can't-
Pat
you
was
can't-
pushing for the hedge on CBB, who we now know as Town.
I literally just don't vote. I literally don't vote if
I
Pope is my
feel like
partner
both
ever.
Siggy and Rolo, like you've both done things that if you're Mafia, it's like completely against your win condition. So it's so tough.
I agree,
to
and I think busting Mav lost is what's like. So, but at the same time, you have a new player as your partner. He's kind of shitting the bed.
What if
Pope
Ian's
is
just
pushing on
going
him
to
hard.
push
It
on
makes sense for
Rob Alloy,
Rolo
though,
to
to
start
go for the
busting.
win?
He got
though,
bust
like-
on day 2, though, not on day 1.
But he doesn't do that. He just goes for the lynch on either me or Siggy.
Like,
though. I think that Ian is always down here though. Like it doesn't make sense for Ian to ever be Mafia.
I agree, Pat. What you're saying is dumb. Like it's just reiterating what's happened.
I'm just thinking about like who Rolo's
Why
partner
doesn't
should
he
be.
check you, Pat? Actually, the check makes more sense.
I mean, his check on Siggy and me both like in his
No
world.
tax. Holy
like,
shit, dude.
fine,
No
fine.
tax
If you
was
guys
a
lynch
god.
me today, like we
No
might
tax with that
lose,
god
but
read.
if
Why are you
not, you
answering
just have to
Pope's
kill Siggy
questions
tomorrow
if
always,
he's
and it was him,
talking
Pope,
about
Mav. Just understand that point at least.
Okay, Ian, I'm gonna do one last. Okay, Ian.
I want Rob Alloy to give,
Pope
like,
will
2
never
minutes of
forgive
hot
me.
fire
Pope will
here.
never
I want
forgive
Rob-
me if I got
I
him
can't
this
beat
lynched,
Rolo. I need Rob
and then
Alloy to
I don't win the game.
hot
See?
fire. Rob Alloy.
I don't have any hot fire. The game was.
Who did you formal, Ian? Who did you formal?
I fumbled Rob
You
Alloy.
never just formal me.
No,
The second Rob Alloy.
If
I
you
don't
please
want to
Rolo's real, I'm
Rob
not
Alloy accusation.
I'm not pushing to vote. I want you to talk for 2 minutes. Just convince me you're Town. If you're Town, Rolo is Town.
You could be Mafia with Rolo. See,
Okay,
that's the
but-
problem.
Yes.
Because you snapped second and formal on Pope. I thought Pope was Mafia all game, but
I don't make that play, so ignore that. I'm not Mafia.
Neither am
Oh,
I.
who made that formal on Pope? That's super important now.
Ian. It was Ian.
He snapped
Who
second.
seconded? Rolo?
Not me.
No, it was
Rolo.
Rob and Ian, wasn't it?
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Ian, you should kill Rolo, or we should kill Rolo or myself today, no matter what. You're not killing Raballi
I'm
today.
not killing Vabaloli, but I want him to convince me his town. I don't know how to read Volo. I want Vabaloli to project.
I don't know how to read Rollo either. I'm just believing his claim because I thought Pope was
Also, after we kill Rolo, Pat gets the hammer in final 3.
So God, I don't understand the world of 3. Is like Pope with Mavlock, and he's like custom.
Pat and I both voted. Okay, you can't think Pat and I are both Mafia because we both voted on Pope. If we both keep our hands down and Rob Aller didn't vote, he doesn't die. He doesn't die.
Exactly.
But you could be Mafia with Pope and Mavlock because
You can't possibly think we're Mafia. Oh, I see what
yes,
you're
I
saying.
can.
So you think
Because
it's
if I
just
believe
me?
Rollo is actually
You think
real,
it's just me?
if I believe
That
Rollo
makes
is
sense.
real, you're red checked. So
Okay, I was the reason Map Lost even got formal day 1. Okay, if you think I could do that to a partner, you're fucking
I
crazy.
formaled Matt Lost day one.
I rescind.
You're right, Pat. You're right. You did formal him day 1, but I was the one that called him fucking Mafia, right? I was like one of the huge
I
forces
think
in
Pat's
trying to
probably
get him
just
lit.
town, so maybe the order doesn't matter. I don't know.
I formal Rolo.
But by the way, Rollo, if you're
My
real,
second
you
Rolo.
have the game solved.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't.
Rolo,
I don't
you have to die today. You have to die today. I think that. Yeah, that's fine. You have to die today. You know you do.
So yeah, Rob's right. The game's solved in terms of who to kill from my perspective, but it could there's still a world where it is Siggy and Pat, and we're about to lose. I think that's unlikely. So if we lose to that team, that sucks. But
You literally can't push that world.
Why?
Because
we literally
me and
don't
Pope-
vote.
we
We just
both
don't
voted
vote.
on Pope.
We both don't vote, and Pope doesn't
You
die.
guys are,
I guess,
you are so
I
wrong.
don't
If
know.
Siggy's Mafia hits with
Siggy-
Pat, the problem is that Siggy can't be Mafia. That's the problem.
Why?
Pat could easily be Mafia because he thinks I'm voting. He thinks I'm voting. He thinks CBB's voting. He thinks all town are voting on Pope, though. Knowing that, he puts
Yes,
his
Ian,
hand
but
up.
Rolo difference check me,
Siggy-
which is why he's Mafia.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Ian.
If Siggy's Mafia, he is with Pat.
That's possible, but
No, because he could only vote for the
it's with
Pat.
Pope.
Rolo, I think if you check, I think if you difference check Pat, you literally win every time. By the way.
Whatever. I think we're gonna win anyway. I think it's just you. All right. So I don't even know what more I can say. The game's solved from my point of view. You guys, I feel have all the information you need to this point in the game. I think Mav's almost certainly a hit, and I think it just seems to me like he was bust on day 2. I think I was trying to think back to whether his formal on day 2 was appreciably different from his formal on day 1. That everyone because I personally didn't see a huge disparity between the two. But people the tenor of the Zoom was sort of that he was towny day 1 and that his day 2 formal was trash. I think the more likely explanation is that Mafia just had to start busing him on day 2. I can talk about day 1 shit and I don't know. Does anyone have questions?
Yes.
Who are you on Mafia day 1?
Huh?
Who are you on Mafia day 1?
I don't think I really had any scum reads. I developed a small town circle that was Siggy, Niltech.
So you would have had to vote on Mavlost day 1.
Skorinsky I was reading, but I mean that was basically just I had night 0 on him.
Did you vote on anybody else besides Mavlost day 1?
Yeah, just Z-Stall. I voted on Rob. I voted on Z-Stall and Mav. Those were the only 3 votes, right?
I believe so, yeah.
And then I think Mav was the only vote from day 2. So
and you
if
voted
think
on
of
it
Mafia,
both
I haven't
times.
played to my win condition at all. It makes no sense. I honestly
but
don't.
Siggy has also not played to his win condition if he's Mafia. So.
Right. Well, yeah. So it's just Y for me, I guess. I don't know.
We're probably going to lose the world of Siggy and Pat.
Rob Aller, I think you're Mafia because you literally can't believe that world.
Just lynch them. If you believe that I'm cop, the game is solved. Just lynch them.
I'm sorry, Rolo. I'm voting on you. Rob Aller.
We have to. We have to vote. We have to vote.
Not only does it guarantee a final 3, oh man.
It doesn't guarantee a final 3, by the way, but
It 100% guarantees. So who do you think's Mafia then, Rolo?
What?
Who do you think's Mafia then? You can't think it's me and Pat. You literally can't.
It's plausible, but
It's
probably
not.
not. But it's plausible.
I mean, you could always say that votes
It's probably
are crazy,
not, but it's plausible.
like,
This is a fucking weird game. Like I don't know
I
even
agree.
know what's going
I
on.
blame CBB for the loss.
Why do we have to be resigned to
CBB.
lynching me?
I mean, we're gonna win the game probably, and
I
so
love you, CBB.
I'm fairly confident we'll win this game, especially if this vote passes.
That's so worries me.
Siggy, who do you think is my partner right now?
Rob Alloy.
Never Mafia though. So your problem
Rob
is.
So you think it
Alloy,
was
I
me?
feel
You think
like
it was? You think it was exactly me, Rob Mave? Yeah. Alright.
I mean, it's
I don't know. I guess
Possible.
maybe
Time's
I
up,
can't,
push
maybe I
or
can't
thin.
think that with how he didn't vote.
Time's up, push or thinned.
I push.
10 seconds, Rolo.
I really don't think you should vote on me. I sort of get it. If there's one alive, like, okay, but if we lose to Pat and Siggy, then it's not on
Time.
me.
With 5 alive, it will take 3 to lynch. If you wish to send Rolo to night chat, place your hand to the camera and keep it there in 3, 2, 1. Vote. Rolo's died. Go to sleep.
So chat.
What's up, night chatters?
What is up, my dudes? How are you doing?
Things.
What are you up to, Grinsky?
Fucking nothing, dude. Absolutely. Like tomorrow's Friday. Like I am just. I'm already so relaxed. I
Wait,
just
today is
gotta.
Friday for me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, today's technically Friday for me too, but I
Fuck
gotta
off,
get some
Dragon.
sleep eventually.
I mean, it's like in the morning almost.
Why don't you give me some good questions for once, Draga? Instead of bitching.
All right, Niltech, I got a question for
Oh
you.
God, CBB.
What's
up?
in that dresser behind you?
This one?
Yeah. The one-
Wine glasses. A fuck ton
that
of
was
wine
the one.
glasses in China. and-
Where's the wine at?
Oh, you can't see it.
well,
usually
the
you can
rum
see
is
it.
gone, so you know the rum is always gone.
There's a bunch
Oh
of
shit!
some.
Nice.
In the back, in the very back corner, there's exactly that same pretty much type. Holds a little bit less wine. That's full.
I like the portrait, man. You an artist? Live with one?
No, my wife is.
Ah, very nice.
Wait, your wife's an artist, and you don't?
Yeah,
live
she's a
with one?
design student. Sorry?
But you just said you don't live with an artist.
Huh?
No,
I didn't say that. Oh.
I'm hearing things straight to my
No,
head.
I live.
It's late.
I think that's
live
what
with
I
a
said.
bunch of
CBB.
people,
Yeah, it's
and
late.
my wife's here.
Okay.
So she's been working. She has work and school on Thursday. So
Nice.
it's been a shitty Thursdays for the last couple weeks. She
What do you
gets
do
home
for a
and
living,
sees
man?
hi and then leave. I'm a contractor, computer networking.
Nice, nice.
So I work off and on.
That's what you do for a living, but what do you do for a deading?
Oh my god,
that
I
was
knew it was
terrible.
coming.
Go away, go away. Just
Transitions, great
get out of
man.
here. 4 faces, please. Hi, guys. Excuse me. My apologies. In the night, Ian, you die. This is final 3, 3-minute formals. No accusations, but you get 10 seconds. A 10-minute day. After the day has ended, any formals that are made will be automatically pushed to vote. If Town gain immunity, they win. If the Wolves gain immunity, they win.
Siggy, if you're Mafia, if you're actually Mafia and you're just planning on riding that thing the whole game, I'm just gonna lose it. I'm just gonna lose my actual mind.
Siggy, are you actually down?
I just don't know. Like I think that Rolo seemed fake. He did. Like he really did seem fake.
Really? Because I feel like he seemed so real.
Are you serious?
Like if he didn't different check, if he didn't,
You're
if
only
he didn't
saying
red
that
check
though.
me, I would have probably believed him this whole fucking game and just lost.
So that makes like Pat Mafia.
You're gonna try to push that world, Rob?
If Rolo's fake, I know my limit is down. So Pope is real. You voted on Pope. Rolo voted on Pope.
Rob, why can't the team just be me, Pope, and Map lost?
I'm considering the world that Rollo's fake and the world that Rollo's real. And I'm literally losing my voice. I haven't talked a lot. And
Dude, if I was Rob here, that is 100% the world I would believe.
Which world? That it's you?
Me, that it would be like myself, Pope, and what's his name?
Mav.
Maeve lost.
Maeve. I don't know. Like, I think that it could just be Rob too. Like, Rob, and he comes out and gives his.
How am I getting the hammer right now? I'm so confused.
You're not getting the hammer. You're definitely not getting the hammer.
So, Siggy Wiggy, in the world that Rollo's fake, I know. God, this is horrible. Can't talk. You can hear my voice going, right?
Okay.
In the world that Rollo's fake, he's with Pat. Because the game isn't over.
I'm just gonna say, Rollo really tried to push. This is the only reason you should know think Rollo is fake. He really tried to push me and Pat as a world, even after the vote logic made it literally impossible for us to be Mafia together. He still tried to push that as the world, so he had a reason to live. And it wasn't until like the end of his form that he realized he couldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the main reason. That's like the only slip up I can see in his game.
He didn't counterclaim anything about the vote part. That is all. Yeah, he just said, "Oh, it could be them together."
Actually, all of you should have considered that CPB was actually the medic. So in the world,
he was the medic, obviously.
Pat, the fact that you wanted to kill him is like one of the only reasons I scum read you.
In the world,
yeah, I know that. But like, it's unfortunate that was the case. But I really thought CPB was in both worlds that day.
Like
CPB was just very likely to be in both worlds that day. So I really thought hedging was better, and Pope could have proved himself, because if there's 2 KP the next day, like in Rollo's dead, it makes everything so easy. Like, it would have been so easy at that point if we kill CPB instead. Even if he is the medic, even if he really was the medic, and we kill him, like, because the game didn't end, when Pope died, there wasn't 3 alive. So I think we would have won the game with my play either way, but it's unfortunate that he ended up actually being the real medic.
That's actually sick, Pat. Holy shit, I actually can't think you're Mafia.
Well, he is.
Because, okay, you're pushing on CPB, who's the medic. Let's say you get him killed, and you're with Rollo.
Mm-hmm.
Maeve is dead, and you two are partners. Pope is going to shoot Rollo in the night, and then it's going to be just you. I guess that's not too out of the world. I could
potentially win in Final 3 at that point.
Correct.
And then if you're with Pope, then you definitely don't do that, right?
Well, yeah, I'm never with Pope also, because I voted on Pope too.
So it's like, yeah.
I'm just leaning towards it being Rob Alloy. Like, I really.
So Pat, from your world, you should also always know Rollo's fake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And he red checked me, so you should know I'm town.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Glad we worked that out.
I know one of you is fucking Mafia. That's all I know.
Oh my god.
Rob. Pat now has confirmed that I am town no matter what from his perspective. So I pretty much have the hammer now regardless. You should try and convince me that Pat is Mafia, and why.
Well, from your perspective, you know your alignment, so Rollo red checked you. And you did that stupid ass dumb tell, which you could do as a Mafia, I guess. But I read you as town, but you still have.
I was trying to tell you to convince me that I'm Mafia, not that he's Mafia.
So, in the world that Rollo is fake, he's with Pat because both Rollo and Pat voted on Pope. I didn't hammer. I didn't put my hand up because I was considering the fact if he's real or not.
Pat, did you vote on
me? And it's confirmed that CPB is actually what he said it was.
Day 1 and day 2, yes.
Pat.
On day 1 and day 2, I voted on Mac.
And Rollo all wanted to kill CPB that day instead of killing Pope. So it's literally confirmed CPB is what he said he was.
No, I think it's just you, Mav, and.
But I'm not Mafia though, Pat. So your problem is if you're down, you're going to throw. But
Rob, if you're Mafia, you played a much better game than the first one.
But I'm not Mafia, so you should realize that. As Mafia, I have no reason to keep my hand down on Pope. I just put my hand up. Say fuck it.
But I mean, we all voted on Pope. Me and you can't really say that though.
Yes, I can.
Me and Siggy both voted.
Can't say that.
Me and Siggy both voted on Pope.
Siggy late hammered. You didn't know if I was going to vote or not.
I was the late hammering
But
vote
he was the one that
put it over.
got him lynched. So you can't say anything about your vote on Pope.
So in the world that Pope is Mafia, I'm confirmed fucking down. Put Pat. Duh.
No, but I'm saying that Rolo was Mafia and Pope was Town.
But Rob, we both believe that Pope's not Mafia. Okay, we both believe.
But I don't
neither of
know.
us believe Pope's Mafia.
I don't know if Rolo's real or Pope was real. I still don't know. I just put
Rob. I formal Rob.
Second.
There's still
second. Siggy.
I second Rob.
There's no accusation. You sort of cleared yourself with a dumb tell. I think if so, the problem for me is you haven't died yet, Siggy. That's my main hesitation. Okay. You literally haven't died. So in the world that it's like it has to be
I
Pat.
definitely wouldn't die. Well, just listen. I know it's your formal, but this is gonna get rescinded anyway. I wouldn't die over Gorinsky because I was like not solving the game at all at that point. What point could I die at this game? At Miltech.
You could have died when Miltech died.
Rolo wanted to red check me and really fucking like go hard for the win, you know.
So how is he's not winning there though.
I agree, but that was his attempt to win because it was. What do you mean not winning?
Oh no, I guess he wins with Rob Alloy there if he gets you lynched.
But I'm still not Mafia.
Okay. No, you're right. That's stupid. Yeah.
I'd kill you, Siggy Wiggy.
No, there's just no way.
So Siggy, if you're actually down and you vote on me, you lose the damn game because Pat's Mafia and Rolo. You should realize that if you believe you literally know Rolo is fake from your perspective. So why doesn't he check Pat? So Pat is just like confirmed Mafia should be from your perspective.
So, but why does he green check you? I think that makes it worse on you, no?
He checks me like night one.
Why did you not vote on Pope?
I was considering the fact that it's real, and I was worried about a world of 3. It's confirmed there wasn't a world of 3 when he died and the game didn't end. And they just killed CPB.
You have to say that though.
I'm saying it because I'm Town, Pat. So I've thought you were Mafia the whole game, Pat. I haven't really changed my mind.
You've been trying to get me lynched. That's true. I mean, I won't.
I actually haven't tried hard to get you lynched. You
just said that you thought I was Mafia.
Yeah, but you said I tried to get you lynched. I haven't tried.
Okay, fair.
So,
but I still think you're Mafia.
I think you're Mafia because I think Siggy's down and probably going to start a game and Rolo's going to be pissed off if he's actually the cop.
If we lose to Siggy Wiggy, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Just based on somebody would have just had to just completely vote like in the wrong way. Like you just had to vote completely wrong, and just vote exactly the opposite the way they need to win the game. If that's the only way.
Yeah, you voted on Mavlock both times.
I did vote on Mav both times.
You guys both did, right?
No, I didn't vote on Mav.
He did not vote on Mav. He never voted on Mav either day.
That's a fucking lie, Pat.
What day did you vote on him?
Day 2.
You did vote him on day 2?
Push or rescind.
Yeah.
Rescind. I think. Okay, I mean, you could easily have busted him though that day though because it was very likely he was going to die. His formal was worse that day. His formal was worse that day for sure than the first day.
Siggy, did you vote on Mavlock both days?
I did not vote on him either day.
Oh God, if he's Mafia.
But if he's Mafia, you got to believe the team is exactly me, Pope, and him.
What if could Rolo have ever like just red checked his partner there? That would have been so sick, wouldn't it? Like because he knows he's gonna die, and then just like gets the hammer.
Are you really gonna push the world where it's
I don't know. I'm thinking of paranoia
dumb.
worlds. I'm thinking of paranoia worlds. That would be so insane. That would be so insane.
Pat, this is how you win this final 3 if you're Town, Pat.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is the worst time for me to try to lose my damn voice. I can't talk long.
I kind of want to give Siggy the hammer.
But
I agree.
Siggy's Mafia.
He could easily be Mafia.
I need a formal, please, guys.
I formal Pat.
I formal Rob.
I second Rob.
Formal one, Rob.
I've already defended myself once. My thoughts about the game are still not changed. I don't know Pat's alignments. I don't know Siggy Wiggy's alignment. I don't know fucking if Rollo's real or fake. I don't know if Pope was real or fake. I know if Pope was actually the Vigi, his read sucked on me. If Rollo is actually fake, him green checking me is pocketing me, I guess. It worked on me. I didn't vote on him yesterday. So if you win off a stupid ass dumbtail, Siggy, you're gonna die a lot. Because in the world that you're,
I mean, that is true. I will agree with you on that aspect, Rob. If
so
Siggy ends up winning,
in that world, you went Pope and you late hammer because you thought I was going to vote on him anyway, and you didn't vote on Mavlock.
It wasn't okay. We keep saying late hammer. I hammered. It wasn't like a late. I voted late, but it was the hammering vote.
Well, I said it was a late hammer, so I'm just repeating what you said.
I know. It was
miscommunication.
You want to argue word uses with me? That's a bad thing to do.
It's dumb.
So my problem is I don't know if Rollo's real or not.
Like you have to have a stance, though.
I actually don't have a stance because I thought Pope was super mafia. So I reevaluated on him.
But you didn't vote on Pope then?
Yeah, I reevaluated him. I said I was worried about a world of 3, and then when he died, it's confirmed it wasn't World of 3 because they just killed CPB instead of like splitting KP and winning.
But why doesn't?
So it's like
why didn't
Rob,
you just?
Okay,
if
Rob,
you're
really talk
there,
about.
Then you can
it's
vote
like
easily
Pope,
there.
Mavlock.
Rob, I
it's
feel like I'm giving
Mavlock.
candy to a baby. Rob, talk about why you didn't vote on Pope and like the exact reason. What part of his formal made you believe that he was actually?
I was worried about a world of 3. That was entirely possible at that point. It'd be like Rollo, fucking Pat, plus somebody else like Ian.
But it could have easily just been Pat, Pope, and like myself. Or even if you don't believe I'm Mafia at the time, you can still think CPB is Mafia with
You
them.
can never think it's
Why
Ian,
do you not
though,
think that's the
because
world of 3?
Ian formaled Pope there. I don't know. Maybe he
Either
does
way, no matter what, there's 2 worlds of 3, Rob. So like what you're saying doesn't make sense.
Well, if I believe Rollo's real, the world becomes easier. But then I started.
Okay, wait. Rollo's actually confirmed because there's not a world of 3, and Pope claimed Vigi. It's confirmed not a world of 3.
Well,
and Pope claimed Vigi.
Well, it's confirmed not a world of 3 because the game didn't end. The game didn't end.
After the fact, exactly, and exactly, and Pope counterclaimed Vigi. So do you think Pope would counterclaim Vigi with 2 alive?
Yes.
I mean,
haven't you ever seen Pope
Time in the
play?
formal is up. There's 10 seconds for Rob. It's automatically.
If you vote, you lose the game if you're down. I'm just going to say that. I lost my voice at the worst possible time. So try to convince you I'm actually down. Good luck.
With 3 alive, it'll take 2 to send Rob to night chat. If you wish to do that, place your hand to the camera in 3, 2, 1, vote. Rob has died. The game has ended, and Mafia have won. I'm going to give the reveal. I hope everyone can STFU while I do it. I know a lot of you are going to have a lot to say, so I'm not going to mute you all. Just be respectful. It's my turn to talk. Your Mafia that game, in order of death, was Mavlost, Rollo, and Pat. Your cop was Duke, who died with a difference check on Siggy and Mavlost. Your medic was CPB, who claimed most of his saves. He saved Pope night 2, Rollo night 3, and then died. So yeah, your vigilante was Pope, who didn't get a shot off. Lots of interesting things. The game would have been a bit different if Duke would have outed his cop check or lived and outed his cop checks. The Mafia did very well to hit him night 1. Noah was a PR hunt as well. I believe they got a read on him. Yeah, lynching the Vigi there. You know what? I'm gonna let you guys talk about it. Go for it.
I didn't want to lynch either of them. Yeah.
How do you lynch Rob in that situation, man?
Thank you for supporting me so hard, Pope.
Rob has been so down like all games.
So to kind of explain to Pope why I voted, he probably doesn't want to hear it at all, though.
Oh no, I really don't care what any of you have to say.
I'm sorry, Pope.
Sorry.
How about?
Oh,
I'm
it's
sorry,
not your fault,
Pope.
Pat.
Pope, I'm sorry for being really bad.
I didn't vote on you.
I just think it's really
mad at
funny.
me either. Like,
So in a situation where
The
you
two
like have
DM
two
comments from
counterclaim
Pope.
roles, Mafia always has incentive to vote because either A, they're voting correctly on the town, eliminating a town, working towards their win condition, or B, they're voting on the Mafia and they get town credit for it. Like, Mafia always is incentivized to vote on a difference claim like that. Rob not voting there, he is always town.
Yeah, that is also true. Especially
What was with the heavy
bus
bus on Maeve as well? Both Mafia, both days.
Oh no, well,
and
people were
I didn't
pre-voting.
push on him that hard the second day, but I kind of had to.
Yeah,
'cause he
people were
didn't talk that
pre-voting
much.
that Maeve was like sort of towny in his form.
Maeve, I'm sorry.
I knew he was going to live through the first formal.
Yeah,
I knew he was going to live
I
through the
was
first
trying not to
formal.
be a dick pushing on you, but it was like, dude, you're not you're not town.
I thought he wouldn't die and that would be a good
You're
vote.
fine. Yeah, it's understandable.
I knew he was going to live through the first one, but the
There
second
were
one.
so
I knew
many
he was gonna
bad
die.
plays. Ian snap formaling me, like
Hope you know
snap
the thing
formaling
on
me.
CP otherwise,
Horrible
right?
play. Siggy hammering me. Horrible play.
Wouldn't
Yeah, I played very
Miltag
happy.
voting on me. Horrible play. Like
Pope,
That
you
might be
defended
the
Maeve.
worst game of Mafia I played in like so
well,
long.
Maeve played pretty well actually. Like day one.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Dude.
day one formal I thought was brilliant. It
Yeah.
was really
It
iffy
wa-
for
it
the first
wasn't
minute, but
brilliant.
after that it was
He
fantastic.
dumped a whole bunch in his other.
The second one
Yeah,
just
that
pushed
was
it too
tough.
far, man.
Was the cop thing too far?
I
I
don't
know
know.
the Fletch thing. That was a dumb tell. If I thought
I
about it, I
don't
would
think
admit
you
that.
were that towny before getting red checked. Like that was kind of hard for me to reevaluate. Like I was trying. I thought it was really fucked up that no one was defending
Look at it
you,
this way.
and I was
Pope, you
kind
were
of defending
fucked.
you, but I really didn't know
You were
because
fucked,
you
Pope,
weren't
if you
town.
lived, because
Like,
CPB was
before then.
saving Rolo that night. You were
He
fucked.
wasn't saving
No, I
Rolo
wasn't-
if Pope didn't
No,
get lynched.
if Pope didn't get lynched, I would have
Yeah.
probably saved Ian.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just
You-
throws
you
away
read
his
the-
saver.
yeah, you read
like,
the
he
cop
doesn't-
die.
Would
It's
you?
a difference check.
All
Yeah,
right.
he would not have
Yeah.
saved Rolo.
That would have been a better
All right.
play. Yeah.
I wanted to swag. I wanted to leave CPB alive.